All right, we are on. So, welcome everybody to the playground. I am your streamer, Pixie. Tonight we're going to be streaming session 19 of Vampire the Masquerade. If you aren't familiar with me, I'm a variety streamer. I like to stream my live action role playing sessions, Final Fantasy XIV, and a variety of other Steam games. And coming up soon, after I'm back from Nox's wedding, we will be starting the stream of Life is Strange Before the Storm, which is my favorite in the series. So everybody look forward to that one. But looks like we're good to go. If Nox wants to get us started.
Welcome everyone to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle, Philly by Night, Session 19. Got a little bit of a surprise for Session 20. That one a little bit later. All right.
Okay, now I'm just hearing the canon of death, like Flight of the Valkyrie. That is the name of the song.
All right. Well, before we start our evenings, let's do a little bit of a recap of some of the more recent things that have occurred.
Yes, because we did have a solo session that was not streamed.
So we're going to go back to session 18 and do a little bit of a brief recap there. Your Tremere house guest was rather forcibly ejected.
I mean, he trashed the place. We weren't unreasonable.
I'm sure he might feel differently. However,
That's why he thought it was okay to trash the place.
The coterie got to meet up for a brief moment with Threnody and Raoul to check in with them and get some insights into things that were going on. And then, as that session ended, a phone call to our Mr. Starwell, letting him know that they were under attack. In the solo session, while Alice and Michael did emergency prep at Drain, Victor and Idaho went out into Philadelphia to determine what happened to Threnody and Raoul. As they were on their way, they received a call from one Ariel Milliner who wanted to discuss things with Vic. They headed on to Threnity's, finding the place trashed, and a as yet unnamed but known goth kid holding on to his entrails. As Vic scoured the place and Idaho attempted to help the kid, Vic was alerted by the sight of silver vans and the sound of Ruby's voice warning them. Then our dynamic duo came face to face with the man in the trench coat. And of course, choosing the better part of valor, they ran as fast as they possibly could.
Run away today to fight another day.
There it is. They decided to double back later, found the silver vans loading the goth kid, entrails hanging out and all, into the back of one, and Ruby being loaded into the back of another. And while Idaho did his best to weave through Philadelphia traffic and attempt to follow them wherever they were going, those damn stoplights.
Our crappy driving skill.
No, Philly's pretty brutal to get across. It's old. It's hard. There's a lot of stop signs. There's
That's
a
why-
lot. It's all neighborhoods, and it's legit city.
Never bother learning to drive. There's no point.
After that,
Well, if you live in America, we don't have public transit, so there's a point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have amazing public transit in Houston. Thank you.
Yeah.
We have Uber and Lyft. Okay.
Right.
That would be private. Very private industry.
Anyway, please continue.
Then our dynamic duo decided to go have a bite to eat at an Italian restaurant with one Ariel Milliner.
And her
We got
cat.
to- Yes, I'm a
Very,
very,
very
very
important.
uncomfortable guest. And Ariel offered a boon to one Victor Black should he be able to complete a task. That is where our last Chrono session left off, which leads us to tonight. It has been 3 days
3.
since the last time, since the solo session, as it were. The coterie has had a spate of very busy evenings at New Rain, perhaps tinged with a little bit of an edge from the impending, shall we say, concerns about what is happening in their city. Tonight, as this evening is starting, Philadelphia is hot, as is the rest of the America. Temperatures are going up, tempers are rising to boot. And for once this week, while there is a bit of a line, New Rain is not going to be especially busy early in the evening. So, with that said, let's start our vampire story. First, some housekeeping. Let's do our rouse checks. See who is waking up, perhaps needing a little bit of sustenance.
I prematurely rolled.
Freaking huzzah to me.
We will let it stick.
Oh, Jesus.
So I have a question since it's been 3 nights because we left Idaho very hungry, but
Pretty big
surely,
state of hunger, yeah.
surely he would have fed between in the last 3 nights. So how are we going to handle that?
We will say that you are at a hunger, starting tonight at a hunger of 2.
Okay. Or 3.
Seems like it's always half and half. There's always 2 of you that are like, nope, I'm totally good.
Mm-hmm.
There's always 2 of you who are like, God damn.
Well, I've got that new power I need to try out, so I'm trying to raise my hunger.
That is a thing. That is indeed a thing. All right. So, we're going to assume that I am totally like space cadeting right now. Like I'm looking, like going back and forth, trying to figure out. 1 second. Hey, buddy. Sorry about that. This is an adult's game. Small children are not allowed. Unless
Sorry.
Yeah, my nephew who joined us on a couple like on our last Dungeons and Dragon run keeps asking to join this one. I'm like, sorry, bud, this is an R-rated movie. You cannot come. He's like, what do you mean adult content? I'm like, well, you'll find out when you get
Yep.
older.
Do you know what entrails are?
Right.
This is not the appropriate scene for
Actually, to be fair, yeah, the kid has a lot of me growing up around. So
That's our kiddo.
So, how are we starting off our evening? Let's go, shall we say, down the Idaho, how are you starting your evening off?
I guess I'll look for a snack.
All right. So you
Have we
are.
actually opened, or are we preparing to open?
You are preparing to open because the time here in Philadelphia, because the sunlight is lasting for so long, you've had to push your opening times back a little bit. So
Well, I guess I'm at a 3, so I'd rather just kind of wait and see who shows up, see if there's an opportunity, but I'll deal with that in a little bit. Otherwise, I guess I'm just going to help open the club.
all right, Vic.
I'm just checking out front, see the line. You said it's not really much of a line, so I'm probably going to go inside and just check with Mike and Al in Idaho and just see what we're going to do tonight.
All right, Alice. What are you doing? How are you starting your evening?
I imagine I'm pretty pissy since I rolled a 4.
She's hangry.
I was going to say, I would imagine that given the events of the last couple of days, hangry is probably the least of it, in addition to
I'm in a mood.
Yeah, that's not a good night for you.
Yeah. And we're just opening, so I'm guessing there's nobody around.
Yeah, well, you have not even opened yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a city. There is a homeless issue. Welcome to capitalism, baby.
Gross.
Just wait.
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I'll be pissy
You
and
have goals. You have ghouls.
Well, I was also going to say your hunger is also only at 2, so while you are perhaps a bit peckish, frankly, your hunger is probably the least of your concerns right now.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna just like have a little grumbly in the tumbly and get to more important matters.
Fair enough. Mr. Starwell, oh, you're running away.
I did want to throw something
Pikachu.
in.
Ask Pikachu what's going on.
Yeah, Pikachu. What's Michael doing? I think Pikachu is actually the power behind the Baron.
Ah,
Vampire Pikachu.
But actually, I did think of something. I do want to try to find a moment to go talk to Michael, because I don't think I've told anybody yet about that weird encounter I had like 2 sessions ago when that woman wanted her to be Adam Eve.
No, I thought you did tell all of us that.
Did I? I don't remember.
I do not recall.
Because it ended a session, and then I believe the next session was the one I missed.
That sounds about right.
I mean, we don't need to spend a lot of time on it. I just wanted to make sure that, Idaho would not keep something like that to himself.
So, Mr. Starwell, how are you starting your evening?
Well, would Idaho and Vic have told me about Alice, not Alice, whatever ghoul girl's name is, not ghoul, whatever, scary lady.
I don't think there's anything about that session I wouldn't have told you.
All right, so I would have probably started by checking emails and voicemails, and I believe I still have her number, so I would have tried to put some feelers towards her to see what she has to say to me.
So, to be specific, who are you attempting to get in touch with?
What was her name? The
Ariel.
girl you got. Yes, thank you, Ariel.
Okay, so you are attempting to put a call out to Ariel.
Well, no, she said she wants to talk to me, right? To
No.
Vic.
No, she
in Idaho.
She was me. She wanted me to perform a task, and if I
For her
performed
for
it,
boon.
then she would have a boon up for me.
However,
There was something about information that, she said, tell your boss they don't know the whole story.
Right.
With what's his face?
Carmelo.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I'm having blank on names today. Today is just I've also had stupid hands today, so this is great. Carmelo. So like I'm figuring the information would be interesting enough for me to follow up on. Try and follow up with whatever info that might be.
Well, and I will leave my players to remind me of this. There wasn't actually any information imparted, simply that the the requested boon was to convince you to go ahead with the deal, and that you were not getting all of the information.
Okay.
And that Carmel is hanging around with the wrong kind of people, but she wouldn't tell us who those people were.
She did leave a pretty big clue.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to me like she's talking about the Camarilla, but
What was the clue?
she said something about he's been spending a lot of time in the tower or something. I don't remember what it was.
Center City.
Center City. Yeah.
And Center City is Camtown.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just voicemails, messages, general ordering of supplies for the club, etc. Like first-hand business right off the bat.
Well, your furnace has finally been installed.
Yay!
Awesome. We can kill more people.
Right.
Easier to get rid of the fucking evidence.
That's right.
I mean, like, you know, it's a trash compactor. It's always nice to have.
Yeah.
So that is
Okay.
the biggest thing about it. However, here is the you might say downside. It burns so hot and is so intense that it is extraordinarily difficult for any of you to even be near it due to your fear of fire. As a result,
What about the ghouls?
the ghouls, no problem. They can absolutely operate it.
Fuck it, I don't like taking the trash out no way.
We just gotta make sure the fish is
Ba-ba-ba.
fully knocked out before we can put it, to the front.
Yeah.
Well, but what this also means is that there is now also a place in the club that theoretically is semi off limits to you.
Mm.
Yeah, but it'll make for another good torture place.
Can't have too many of those.
Have our ghouls drag people
I would
down there.
imagine our cameras are still have been updated to the point where wherever we installed it, there was already a camera there from
Yes.
last time.
There is indeed a camera there. Clyde has voiced a bit of concern with that, as in, should this be used for things other than what it's intended for? Why are we making video evidence?
Good question.
I'm pretty sure before we decide to take that route, we could end up, the security system could go down.
We can always turn the cameras off.
Yeah.
For our own benefits. That's not, if we're gonna do something in front of the cameras, we can turn them off. That's not a question.
Or remove it.
I mean, it's just a camera to see what's going on when we're not in there.
We don't have eyes on it. Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is. It's not like necessarily like. I mean, like, like the cameras are mainly for our own usage.
Worth noting, your furnace has been installed in the basement, so it is near your havens. Also, makes the downstairs a little warmer, in case you're ever worried about that. So, other than that, however,
I mean, the food with benefits will be more comfortable. It's always nice when they're not all tensed up and shivering.
And it's not like we're going to be using the furnace all the time. It's just whenever we need to dispose, So it's not like it's always going to be on and running. It's just,
It gets cold in the middle.
I'm seeing an old school numbers Bolshoi line going right from the front door down into the furnace. But so so with that said, the other thing that did get handled by Moira is the van. Now, the paint on the van was particularly resistant to being repainted. That silver color was not coming off for some reason. So as a result, instead of getting it painted, she put a wrap on it.
Yay!
There you go.
Probably cheaper anyway.
This is why I love Moira. I love my girl.
She is. So there is the extent of business. Other than that, your emails are purely about club business, phone voicemails, things about business. You do have a voicemail from the lawyer, just very terse, very short, saying everything's continuing to be in order.
The van we should probably do up to be like a club van, so during the day, like all the ghouls can run it out and like pass out flyers and
While I'm sleeping in there, huh?
promote the club. And then at night the van becomes our little
I mean, that's why they are like magnetic signs that you throw up on your car while you go to business, and then
exactly.
take off.
Promote the club during the day, promote the violence at night.
I'm totally seeing like Clyde and Rio like driving it around and being like, I've got more flyers in the back, throwing the back of it in Idaho being like on fire.
I won't mention any names because we're live and people are still friends on Facebook. But a very, very long time ago at TRF, I was with a group of friends that one of them owned a hearse.
Oh no, don't know this story.
And they bought magnets to put on the side of the car called Tacos del Muerte. And they drove around campgrounds in this hearse, and they served tacos served with dog meat. Dog food. Sorry, not dog meat.
Dog food.
Sorry.
Oh man.
Not dog meat. No dogs were killed. It was dog food. But they served tacos made of dog food, and they drove around the camp, and they made a killing because people were just so drunk and just so like out of it. Like at that point,
that's not good. That's really not good.
But yeah,
this
was probably.
Oh 15, my god! Sorry.
16, 17 years.
Yeah,
ago.
this was.
I've got a lot of fair stories from before TRF became family friendly. Like back in the day, it was not family friendly at all. But
I know. I'm just sorry. It's just like I'm just thinking all those people who ate like bone meal unknown to them, and all the damage it did to the insides of their body, and I'm crying for them.
Well, those are the same people that would drink anything from any camp that was offered to them. They would stumble through the camps and just be like,
know. But
so I mean, it's not like. I mean, these are the same. They didn't care what was going.
I'm sorry. A taco is very different than a random booze drink to many women.
I have a different story for that might prove you wrong.
Oh my god.
You have one story. I have many lifetimes of stories.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to go there with the types of meat that goes in tacos. There's way too many places that could go. Anyways,
sorry, have I mentioned I have yet to be in Texas?
I mean, count your
You're not missing much.
I don't know. I kind of want to go to the Marfa Festival.
It depends on where you go in Texas, honestly.
I want to go to Marfa.
There's still a few.
I want to go to that wacky little art town and see all the beautiful stuff.
Don't come to Austin.
But all my friends just moved there.
Yeah. And that's why we can't afford rent.
We've lived in Austin for 6 years now. It's gotten worse and worse every year. But again, we're getting away from stories. So let's. I'm sorry to say.
No, seriously, we need to have a call like how Chris has his Friday. It's just a Friday session that my friend set up on Google Meet, and he just sends the link to like 10, 15 friends, and whoever can show up. And it's like a happy hour, and we all just sit and bitch and talk about anything. We need one of these.
The five of us. An offline just bitching.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So, aside from that, your voicemails and your emails are just club business. So, with that said, you doing anything else to start your evening?
Well, like I said, I don't know if we need to play it out, but I just wanted to make sure that it's at least noted that Idaho would have mentioned that conversation he had with that girl to Michael.
What was this conversation?
The one where the girl came up to him in the club and wants him to start a whole new family of vampires.
She wanna have his
Oh yeah,
babies.
she wanted to start like.
She wanted us to
creating-
take over the city
yeah.
with a bunch of Ravnos.
Telling him he was the last. Him and her were the last ones.
Baby daddy.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't even take two people to make a new vampire. What the hell?
Well, it does for her though. Remember the caveat?
Her whole thing was just really made me want to run for the hills. And Idaho's pretty adventurous, so
For Idaho not to be down with it.
Zach,
Yeah.
you know who that character? You know who I imagined when Knox was describing her? You remember Eve from Lucifer?
Oh yeah.
Just come on, just like I saw her. I totally saw that actress like playing that out.
Hello.
So,
I got a cat friend.
the
Hi, Truffles.
club is starting to get going. There are people, not a lot of people, but there's a smattering of people who are coming in. The ghouls more than are capable of handling this level of crowd for tonight. So, you guys want to venture out? You are more than able to venture out. Take care
Let's
of
do it.
but I'd like to, before we venture out, I would like, now that people are showing up, I'd like to try to get at least one dot down off my hunger.
Okay, so you want to hunt. Okay, so 3 and 3. One critical failure.
Reminds me of old 80s or 90s TV show. It was like the Heartbreak. No, it was something. It was some sort of like love making show. But every time they go and break, the other guy would be 2 and 2 right back at you.
So you don't find anything that's particularly appealing. There's a guy who maybe you feel like you're going a little bit below your standards here.
Just looking to get one, just looking to shave down one dot.
Okay, well, if
And
you were
Idaho
willing,
has pretty low standards.
if you are willing to degrade your standards, this dude is more than willing to meet you up in the bathroom for some.
Nookie.
I'm doing it for a gain. I'm used to that. That's my whole.
So, you are able to take him into a bathroom stall, and when you sink your teeth into him, the taste is very lethargic, but more than just being lethargic, he's a smoker, like maybe even a lifelong smoker.
Yum.
So this is a little bit like like licking the inside of like an exhaust pipe. This is not one of the more pleasant meals that you've had recently. And after you've managed to get a single take a little bit of edge off. Yeah,
That's it. That's all I need from this guy. I'm out.
you are happy to be out the door.
Nice.
So your hunger has come down 1.
Okay.
What about the rest? Does anybody else need to attend to any particular needs before the evening's festivities start, as it were?
I think I'm tending to my needs right now. Looks really bad on camera. Petting a cat.
Yeah, there's no cat there. Don't lie.
Ew.
I take it I'm still helping at the bar, working at the bar. Do I see anybody that's particularly inebriated?
There is not anybody yet. It is the doors have just opened.
Oh,
so-
okay, okay. I thought you said everything was like starting to get like popping off or something, but then yeah, I'll hold off.
Okay, you're gonna hold off on hunting.
Yeah.
What about you? And you, Senior Black and Senior Starwell.
Like I said, I was checking out the door mainly. Like I said, it was a slow night, so I figured nothing was going to come from that. So I was just coming inside and just checking to see what everyone else wanted to do for the
Now, funny enough that you just happened to be out front
something happened.
Ruh-roh.
because there is a particularly bouncy kindred who is waiting outside to get in.
I recognize them.
You don't recognize them by sight, but given their general demeanor and what you've perhaps overheard from Idaho, there's really only one person.
Oh hell, let's get out of here. Let's go. Get in the van and leave. Let's run. The only thing Idaho's afraid of is parenthood.
I'll text a picture to Idaho, and then I'll come inside the club, see what people want to do for the night.
So do you text it directly to him, or are you putting it on the group text?
If I know that they're associated with Idaho, I would just text it directly to them.
Mm-mm.
Oh, so you're basically like, here's a kindred. Who is this? To like everybody.
No. If I had seen them with you, or like
Nobody did.
Nobody.
Nobody saw it.
Then it would be to everyone. Then it would be to everyone.
See, I just sent everything to everyone as insurance.
I'm gonna reply. I'm gonna reply and say, Michael, that's the kindred that wants me to start a whole swarm of Ravnos.
There's a message from Clyde as he messages, "Ah, cute and crazy."
Talking about me again? Or what? Anyway.
Well, you can't spell psychotic without hot.
A text from Lane being like, "Well, I'm sure one of you will stick your dick in it."
Smiley face.
I mean, it is the most fun, but the most trouble.
Well put.
Yeah. I can't talk about that anymore. But I'm married man.
So anyway, what are we gonna
I'm
do?
not sure that stops it. You, if my husband has any attest to that, I'm not sure that.
So, what is the plan for the evening? What are you guys going to do?
Is it possible for me to use my new power to try to get any information on where Ruby might be, or is that stretching it?
Hold on. I do
Like
not
the-
recall.
I thought
Good
I
job,
got
Idaho.
the feral whispers, like the mouse network or whatever. I don't know how far out that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on.
I don't know if
Okay.
if it's only a certain radius, or I don't know exactly how it works.
Well, so here is the big kind of thing about feral whispers. If I remember correctly from what the book actually said about it, is that you are going to get very, very different responses from animals that you talk to, depending on the topic. As it says, a cat might not be interested in debating Matisse's use of color, but will happily discuss the lack of prey around the brownstone building or across the street. So it would be one of those things where it would depend entirely on the creature that you find to talk to, and then also what their realistic radius might be. Like a cat or a dog that's in an alley is probably not going to have information about stuff that's going on across the city.
Yeah, I was thinking bats or rats. Probably bats. I mean, if it's even a feasible thing. If not, then I'm just trying to figure out what they used.
It would totally have to be like somewhere close with bat boxes for the city or close to the park.
So you would be able to. So here's what I would say: you could make a roll on that to see if you could do if you could find something. So I guess we would start there. If you want to make a roll, we'll say because it is within your own domain. If you're still at the club, you could do. We'll make it the same as a hunting roll. So 6 dice.
Oh, so this one I have a risk of a critical failure?
No, but you just couldn't find it.
Okay. Because I mean, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how this power works because I want to make it worth all the XP I spent on the damn thing. Okay, so what am I rolling? The same thing as last, well, except so I just roll 6 white.
Now, okay, hold on. Now, vampires can also use feral whispers to summon a chosen type of animal, but the animals must be present to answer. So if you were able to go someplace where you would definitely find such an animal, then you would actually be able to call out to it. You wouldn't even have to. It's basically as long as you could find one, so you could like head to the park and then.
Well, here's the idea I'm having. Is it possible for me to get some intel from the network of animals in the city that will tell me anything useful? You know what I mean? Like, is that what this power is about?
It would. So I would say it's situational and useful. If you're gonna like ask the dog that's in a backyard if their owners are beating them or if there's being violence towards somebody or if they've buried somebody in the backyard, they'll probably be able to answer you. If you ask that same dog if they know what color, if they saw a certain Mazda with license plate blah 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 that drove by, the dog would probably go, I have no idea.
Right. So I'm wondering if trying to use the animals in the city to locate Ruby is even something that's worth doing or that is even possible with this skill.
I would probably say it would be difficult if the closer you were to wherever Ruby is, the more success you would have.
Sure, we just don't know where that is. All right, well, I think I've taken up too much time then. I'm going to go ahead and hold off on that and let's just decide what we're going to do.
All right. So, what is the coterie up to this evening?
What are our most pressing matters?
Well, I know I've got Ruby on the mind.
I mean,
Did it seem like her life was in danger when she was getting put in the van, or did it seem like she was going willingly?
I mean, she was in manacles. She definitely wasn't going willingly.
Okay, so it's definitely okay.
But remember, the priest guy was acting like he was really unhappy about the situation. And we don't know exactly what that means. Also, it seemed to me that they were treating her like a vampire, not like a person. But I could have just been overthinking it.
Well, you would have seen these guys work before. So
Yeah.
I will give this to you. The same manacles that you saw used on Trevor and the other members of the Sabbat, those heavy ones that basically go up as arm binders, are the same ones that were used on Ruby.
Right. So either they just have one set of bindings or Ruby is different than the last time we saw her. But the thing
They
is,
fucking turned her, man.
Finding her is a great thing to do. It's just, how do we do it? Because we lost them heading south in Center City. There's so many places they could be now 3 days later. I'm just trying to figure how we even get a clue as to where she might be. That's why I was thinking of talking to the rats and the bats, but I don't know if that would help.
Well, there are other rats you could talk to.
Yeah, well, I don't like those rats. Actually, I can try to get a hold of... Do I have a way of... What was her name?
Sunny,
do I have a way of getting a hold of her?
you do indeed have her number.
All right, I'm going to give her a text and say, "You busy tonight? I've got a little thing I need some help with. A trade. Could we do a trade?" Does she owe me, or did we leave on even ground?
If I remember correctly, you were up slightly.
I
Because
think
she
Like,
drew,
like I owe her now.
no. She
no,
owes
she
you.
owes you.
That's kind of the way
She
I
still
remember.
couldn't bring back the exact information that you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna send her a text and say I need some help from you.
She messages back a couple minutes later and it's like, what you need?
I'm looking for someone in the city. It might be better to talk in person. Is that possible?
She goes, I'm in the sewer. You know where I am.
Oh, the same place. Okay, I was like, there's a lot of sewer in the city.
Subway.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm going to mention it to Michael at least, or the group, and say, I could go, or we could go to talk to Sunny and see maybe she knows or can find out where Ruby is being held. Does that seem like it's worthwhile?
So to answer your question from before, Michael, things that are perhaps pertinent would be the situation with Carmelo, particularly given this new additional information that you received from Vic. Particularly since that plays into the larger issue of getting the funeral home or not getting the funeral home, and of course the people at the complex.
There's still whatever happened at Trinity's place.
It's fairly obvious what happened at Trinity's place. There is.
Well, then now, what's the deal with Trinity? Have we heard from Trinity?
No.
So she's back in absentia? Well, I mean, I could go to the subway and look up Sunny, or we could all go. What do y'all think?
I'll go with you. If nothing else, just having some physical protection while you're out.
I'm sure I could use it.
Wouldn't be a bad idea also while you're down there to attempt to meet with Gigi, since you guys have not yet made a actual contact with the leader of the Philadelphia Nosferatu.
I think it just might be time for a field trip, guys. Back down under the city.
Okay.
Yay!
Do we have all of our information and things we can bring them?
I'm sure we've got lots of new information that we've discovered since last meeting them. That
We just had a near face-to-face with the Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's hoping that's enough.
Oh, that. I'm sure
Not something I'm looking forward to.
So, going out tonight. Idaho disappears out the back as Samantha comes up.
Yay!
And at this point is relevant. What is everyone bringing with you? Are you guys to go in with your usual equipment? Are you bringing Andrea with you? Is she loaded for bear?
I think Andrea, I would rather have still sitting on the roof, kind of looking out, just seeing if anyone else disappears around the club. I kind of want to see who's responsible for that and see if we can catch that in action. So if at all possible, I'd like to keep Andrea on the roof around the club and just see if she can spot what's making people disappear.
I'll take my handgun and my brass knuckles.
But as far as what I'm bringing my stubby, my sawed off, and then I'm also bringing a handgun.
Okay. Mr. Starwell, Idaho, what are you bringing?
Our lovely personas.
So Idaho's bringing wits. I'll count him as unarmed.
Hey, I've got those great looks that are only surpassed by our Baron.
That is true.
I imagine I also have a firearm,
Hmm.
which I will also be bringing because shit's getting hot.
Getting cray.
I wouldn't mind bringing with the resting on the desk. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's
Oh,
little
no.
Truffles, the princess.
Sorry, she realized there was a tension on her and turned away. She felt it. She was like, I didn't approve of this.
She can be like that.
Cats are like that. All cats are like that. The only reason they don't turn away is because they don't mind. But they know. They all know. Definitely bring the gun. Would like to bring another ghoul as backup.
Bring Clyde.
Clyde.
Story stuff.
Yeah, make him come
Definitely
with us.
bringing Clyde.
So what do you call Clyde and tell him that he's coming with? There is definitely a wistful look back at the club as if
That
to
was a
say,
joke. I was hoping you weren't gonna bring him. He's like the worst.
All right, never mind.
Awesome.
I would really like to bring Andrea, but
he is relieved
Okay.
and skips back into the club. Actually, skips.
I think it would be either Andrea or Moira, whoever is more. We need somebody who's like effective.
Now, Moira's skills tend to be less combat oriented and
I
more.
thought she was more like kind of
Get it done.
administration and
Yeah.
paperwork.
You
That's
saying
what
We
I'm
have
I'm-
not,
Nick. Nick's like a one-man army.
you
Can I
saying I'm
have
not
a
effective?
refresher of our ghouls' strengths and weaknesses, or at least which one I would be probably picking without having to think this hard.
I would say it'd probably be a toss-up between either Clyde or Romano.
I'd say Romano.
Yeah, I
Clyde
put
was
Clyde on
Romano.
the door.
Clyde doesn't need to go through this.
Put Clyde on the
Yeah,
door.
Yeah, Romano's coming with us.
So when you tell Romano, he's like,
Good. Somebody excited.
Awesome.
That makes
Does
me
he have a drive skill of 5, please?
a night out. Yeah. No, but he can drive.
Awesome.
which is great.
And we're taking the van, right? Because I don't
Hell
fit in
yeah.
the car. I don't fit in the
Do
car
I have
anymore. I'm too big to fit in the car.
question?
I thought we had the
Knots
van.
Are
Yeah,
all
right.
about the tech, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nosferatu love tech, right?
Tech and
Indeed.
intel.
If there's anything that I could bring them that is like a newfangled awesome thing or something found.
Well, you do still have those chemicals from when you got the van way back when.
I will be bringing
Mm-hmm.
those. That'll be good. Yes, I will be taking those.
I'm glad we
The
stole
things
that
we
van.
don't know what they are, but they were in the back.
Yeah. Cool. Let's go
Yes,
down into
thank
the
you.
subway with unlicensed volatile chemicals. Love it.
Yes, let's.
Live on the
We're
edge.
dead already. We might
They'll
as well
fit in
live.
my undercoat.
Yeah.
No one will suspect a thing.
Hell, I could carry him. We'll still be looking at you, Vic.
I'm like we could do vials. I mean, we have like bottles of booze everywhere. Glass is good for chemicals, for reasons.
Awesome.
So, Romano is disappointed, to say the least, when you tell him that you guys are taking the van and not the Charger.
I mean, I would love to see how he thinks it would work.
I'll let you take the Charger out for a couple hours this weekend, okay? On your own, that's fine.
Fuck yeah. So, piling into the van, start to drive downtown. The heat and the humidity in Philadelphia is stifling. Even on your undead skin, this feels like being swaddled in wet cloth. It is awful. even for you guys. You can only imagine how much worse it must be to, actually be generating a body temperature. In the subway, however, once you descend, it is cold and cool, and the rushing air from the subway tunnels is a relief of some sort. The smells of all of the bodies and their sweatiness and their body odor and it is simultaneously extremely appetizing and gross.
It's like the food area in a festival.
Everything smells
Right next
good.
to the petting zoo.
Yeah.
And the Portos.
Okay.
So, you are now standing on a very familiar subway platform. What are you going to do?
I'd like to do a Sense the Unseen, please and thank you.
All right. So, sense the unseen. Now, this is going to be a little different, and I'm actually going to give this because you are looking for something specific that you already know is there.
And she's expecting us.
So, when you look, you don't even have to flex your vampiric powers. Sunny's not there, and then Sunny's there. She stands up, has a little bit of a look of consternation on her face. But when she sees you, Idaho, she kind of scrabbles forward. And there's no really easy way to describe this, but we've all had it done to us at some point in our lives, where someone moves into a group that we're a part of and basically uses their body as a physical wall to attempt to procure a one-on-one with somebody literally in the middle of the group.
I was actually gonna just say that I was gonna provide my body as a wall. I figure my body's big enough, so that actually kind of works out. Like what you were saying,
She's trying to isolate me within the group, basically.
She is attempting to basically give the other three people in the group no attention.
Okay.
And she rocks up. She says, "So you needed help. What kind of help do you need?"
Looking for someone that was taken against their will.
When you say that, her brow furrows, and she goes, "Who? Where?"
Well, we're looking for Ruby, and I assume I have photos over. If I don't, Al surely does.
I've got a photo over too.
Yeah. So basically, show her a photo and say, "This is someone that's important to our group, and she was taken against her will, and she was thrown in the back of a van, silver van, and last we saw of them was they were heading south through Center City, right? And that last we saw them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and that was 3 nights ago. I'm hoping she's still somewhere in the city and that she can be found. And I'm thinking, if anybody could do it, it's you guys."
Sunny looks at the photo and then kind of looks at the three of you and says, "We could probably do it. What's it worth to you?"
Well, here's these 2 containers here.
Oh, no.
Don't lead with the best.
Okay.
First off, you do not have the containers. Nope.
Okay.
No. We do not offer the card appetizer part of negotiations. This is just not what you do.
So last time we talked, I feel like you were still a little bit in owing me in our exchanges that we've had. So this could go toward evening that up, that's for sure.
Sunny kind of like, yeah, but this is finding something like this is going to take some time, and it doesn't sound like you have a whole lot of time.
Right. Well, I could tell you that the people that took her that's probably something you guys would want to know.
She kind of gets a look on her face like she doesn't really understand the angle.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to.
No.
Deal's a deal.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she and I have done a lot of exchanges. It's like, I could tell you who took her, but then I'm going to feel like you're going to owe me even more. Do you want to be more in owing me? Is that okay with you?
Sunny goes, but if you know who took her, then you already have the biggest piece of the puzzle. So
Right.
then either why do you need me or what's the angle?
Because she was in a van heading south through Center City. Knowing who took her doesn't tell me where she is.
We need location, location, location.
Or help us get
that'd
to
be
her.
great.
There's
I also
parts like,
figure you probably
Plus,
have.
what does she fucking need to know our angle? That it doesn't. A deal is a deal. Just trade.
No, because she has to look out for her own ass too. And like this is really simple. Like he called her being like, "We need your help," and she's like, "This isn't help."
Yeah,
you
she
guys."
doesn't really know what's going on. So
Like, why is this such a big deal? Like what? Why can't you do this? Like,
So I figure, and you obviously have access to certain networks here in the city that we don't, or we wouldn't be asking for help.
She gives what might be kind of a smirk or a smile. It's difficult. There's a lot of teeth. It's uncomfortable. She looks at the photo. She goes, all right. She goes, we can probably help you. But if you already know who took her, then that's the first bit of information you need to turn over for us in order to be able to pinpoint this.
I feel like your Gigi might want to know this bit too.
Yeah, I was going to go to that here in a moment, I guess. I really, to Sunny, really want your help. Also, is there a way that the Baron can meet Gigi?
Sunny kind of looks at you and looks back at you, and it's kind of like, let's handle one issue at a time.
Sure.
And now you're making me a little nervous here because you're dancing around. You said you know who took this person that you're attempting to find, and then she pulls out and kind of does the timeout thing, but her fingers are so long that it looks like this huge motion. It's really awkward.
Okay.
And she says, is this a ghoul? Is this another kindred? Is this...
Well, here's the thing. This person was Ruby was a regular at our club, was very close to Al. Now, I don't know if Idaho knows that there was the consideration of maybe turning her into a ghoul. Does Idaho know that?
Yeah, probably.
I would think so. She was very close to becoming a ghoul.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that I don't know. I'm just, erring to the side of caution. So she was someone we were considering to ghoulify, and then she disappeared. And, well, let me just go ahead and tell you, the people that took her was the Inquisition.
And
I'm the immature one.
When you say Inquisition, Sunny kind of looks at you guys and goes, okay, well, now the two issues have become one. She says, we need to talk to Gigi.
Yeah.
Is that, I'm glad you agree.
Sunny looks around and then holds up a finger. The subway train rolls up and the platform mostly empties. As the people who are on leave, Sunny waits until There's very, very few people left. And then hops the rail and starts walking in the opposite direction from the way that you once went.
All right.
Hmm.
Time to follow.
There is definitely a sense of danger here as you are literally walking into where the trains come from.
Not to mention unfriendly territory.
There is that, but the 20,000 plus ton steel locomotive, a little more dangerous.
Well,
After about 5 minutes of walking, she stops by a side of the tunnel and makes a scratching on the walls. It is almost a melody or a like musical. It just sounds like it's been through a filter of somebody's giant hand. As she does this, a grate you didn't even see slides out.
Hmm.
Sunny stands next to it and says, "After you."
Awesome.
anything from Bloodhound?
You can smell kindred.
All right.
I go.
Romano is like, "Can I go back to the car?"
No. Don't be a pussy.
He could probably like hang out at the platform if he wants. No, don't be a pussy is good.
All right.
So,
I'm gonna go.
Idaho's in, Michael's in, Romano is in by force. Vic and Alice, are you also in?
Yep.
The walkway is surprisingly short. It is a quick duck under, and then you're out into another tunnel. This one looks a little older, definitely more man-made. The tunnel is interspersed. Some places it's actually concrete overhead. Some places it's dirt and 2x4s. It alternates in weird patterns. You're walking, you're going forward, there's a left, and then you take another left, and then you take a third left, and then you take a fourth left, and suddenly you're thinking to yourself, can we just go in a circle? But nothing you're seeing matches up with what you've seen before. There is
Because we are moving slightly up or down, unbeknownst to us.
there are multiple jags. It goes. Sometimes you'll crawl up, go up something, and you'll move over a couple of feet, and then go back down a tunnel. It is a really long labyrinthian way. There are multiple disconnects. There are multiple places where Sunny warns you to not step on certain places, or tells you that you need to step in certain places. There doesn't appear to be any sort of markings here to determine exactly what these things actually mean.
I'm sure Michael's not appreciating getting all of this all over his suit.
That is true. It is quite dirty down here.
I'm very unhappy with the filth and the loss of this polished ensemble. Very upsetting.
And I'm just glad I wore my Doc Martens.
After a certain amount of time, it's hard to say exactly how long. The tunnel goes down, drops down, and the room you're in is cavernous. It is TVs stacked on top of TVs, attached to monitors, attached to antennas. Wiring is going everywhere. There are portable generators that are sucking down fuel. It is warm here because there is so many different pieces of equipment that are all running together.
Yeah, sounds like a server room.
The room looks actually much like, to use a movie reference that everyone here will get, the scene from the Theater de los Vampires, from Interview with the Vampire, underneath, where everything is like catacombs and crypts. It looks like that, and it is every bit as busy. There are kindred everywhere here. Some of the sewer rats are dressed very much in the fashion of the original Nosferatu movie lore. Some of them are dressed almost human. The number of cardigans that you see walking around on Nosferatu, little disconcerting. It's a little weird.
I mean, when you look like this, you'll backtrack it and soften it up as much as you can there, neighbory do.
There are at least 2 who are done up in full-on, like, Miss Universe style dresses with the full tiara and the sign going across the chest.
Nice.
I'm actually, like, Michael is very appreciative of the radical self-expression going on here.
One of them says Miss NYC with a year on it, but the year has been kind of fucked up. The other one just says "fuck you" going across.
Awesome.
Yep. This is good.
You were
This is
getting
a little bit of good.
You were getting a lot of weird looks coming through.
I'm sure.
Sunny pays it no heed and continues to lead you through. At the end, the room, there is a platform with a central post on it that has screens and monitors and broken TV screens and old school, like the giant, like 50-inch like TVs that were like 6 feet deep that had the like kind of lenticular feel on the screen.
The thing that was a box, that was like a giant cabinet. Like, my uncle had one of those in the basement. Like, it was the biggest TV I've ever seen, but like you could probably hide 5 kids in there too.
And it took 5 people to move it.
Yep. That thing's still in that basement.
The man standing in front of it is dressed impeccably. It is all black, completely fashioned, tailored, which almost offsets the fact that this Nos looks like somebody set him on fire at some point. His skin is puckered with scar tissue. His lips are kind of pulled back and away. His mouth never really closes. It is a mouth full of shark's teeth. His eyes are small and beady behind bifocal glasses that, as kindred, you are absolutely sure is just for the visual effect. When he turns and he sees you, his long ears twitch a little bit. Sunny walks you up to the platform. And she says, Gigi, we have a problem. The Nos does not even look at her. He looks at the five of you. And he says, I think we need some introductions before we go forward.
It's only fair.
He says, my name is Gareth Wells. My friends call me Gigi. You'll be calling me Mr. Wells. He turns to Sunny and says, what the fuck are you doing? She cowers. I'm guessing you all are choosing to remain silent.
Oh, no, I was
no, it was our turn.
Sometimes your pauses.
Sorry.
I was like,
Yeah, I was waiting for the rest of the conversation. It was like, do we step in now and
or
you know?
are we open to do stuff?
I guess it's our turn.
I mean, obviously, she thought she had important reason to bring us here, Mr. Wells. So.
Oh yeah, no, I would. Yeah, I would have.
Hear her out.
This is yeah. I think I would have like kind of like stepped forward as like the Baron and been like, Mr. Wells, I'm sure I don't need to make introductions.
He takes his glasses off and says, please enlighten us all.
Well, since you do trade in information, I'm sure you know that I am Mr. Starwell. I am Michael Starwell, Baron of West Philadelphia.
He cackles and it sounds halfway like a gurgling cough, and you're not exactly sure if he's about to vomit on you. When he's done, he goes, don't you mean all of Philadelphia right now? I'm sure you know.
So, so the introductions weren't necessary.
No, No, but I just wanted to see how much ego you had.
Ooh, testy.
He points to Idaho and Vic, and he goes, seeing as how these two decided to run all over downtown, getting themselves chased by the Second Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
So, why are you here? Since you're wanted.
Wait, what?
Why are you here? Did he hear your response? Did you hear Martha's response?
No, but he said, I'm wanted.
Did he?
Don't tell me Charles actually put on that stupid blood hunt.
Oh, no. Charles is the least of your problems right now.
Well, we got a lot of those.
Gigi turns around and flips a remote. All of the screens light up with blurry, fuzzy pictures. They are wanted. They are warrants. Gigi.
Like kind? Like regular world?
Mm-hmm.
By the cops?
What the butt?
Gigi looks at you and says, this is the problem with living an open and out life. This is how they're going to get you.
I think I need to call my guy and see what he knows.
Who's they?
The Inquisition.
So
The
they're gonna
Society of
use
Leopold.
So, as you know,
they're gonna
so
use the
we
humans
are
to track
here
us
for
down.
The same thing. You know exactly why we're here.
It's bullshit.
Let's talk Inquisition.
What do you have that you could possibly say that I don't already know?
What a pompous ass.
We have some goodies from one of their vans you might be interested in.
That's so. What's the trade?
Well, your stock is information, isn't it?
Indeed, you're offering something from them. I want it. Anything that we can use to fight back.
Well,
So-
it seems like not only do our goals align, but we might be able to help each other out.
So, what do you want for it?
Can we have a place to talk that is a little more comfortable?
Discreet.
Sunny coughs and shrinks away. Gigi turns to the cavern and holds up a microphone
Oh.
and says, "Do we have any secrets here among our kind?" There is an echoing no. He drops the microphone and looks at you and says, "What you do in front of one, you do in front of all.
I was just asking for something comfortable, darling.
This is as comfortable as we get."
Mm-hmm.
I look around for like anything resembling a seat or a cocktail or something.
You can look. You might be looking a while.
I mean, I'm looking and making it obvious. Just
There is a broken TV that you could probably sit on. Romano is kind of looking around, and he just is like, and just basically does like Indian style cross leg and just sits there.
yeah, I walk over to the TV and dust it off, like clean it off what I can, and sit down.
Sunny looks deeply uncomfortable to be standing here. Gigi looks at you, Idaho, and Vic, and goes, "So how'd it feel? How'd it feel to look the monster in the face?"
I mean, I would have liked to have blown his face off, but he had a van load of guys with him.
Not as good as stabbing it in the face, but I guess that'll do for now.
Well, at least you were crafty enough to get away for a minute, and then you decided to go back because you're stupid.
We wanted information.
That's what being stupid.
Never return to the scene.
Gigi looks back at you, Michael. Says, "So, this trade, what do you got?"
We got some of the fun little liquids that they seem to be using against us in back of the van. I figured tech and STEM is your, I guess, passions?
Currency?
Whatever. You guys, I figured if any of the code, of any of the families, we'd appreciate it.
Gigi holds a hand out. When you hand it to him, there is someone at his side, almost imperceptibly quickly. This particular Nos looks like maybe what you would consider the updated Nosferatu package. Black hoodie, black cargo pants, black backpack. The vial disappears. And Gigi says, well, we're waiting on that. So what do you want?
What I really want is to go back to the quiet, uninvolved life. But that seems to be impossible since I keep running up against these fucking bastards. And it seems to be the realest threat out here, despite what Charles may think.
Well, he wrinkles his nose. He goes, you kind of shot yourself in the foot.
Feels like
They-
that.
See, before, they spent all their time chasing after a known La Sombra who is making their lives miserable. And then you served him up to them on a platter.
Who are they? Who is he talking about? Who was the
Shaw.
girl? Oh my god.
You took Shaw off the playing field, which means they didn't have to deal with him anymore. Now suddenly they've got a whole lot more funding and a whole lot more opportunity to go fuck with everybody else.
Fuck.
Power
Came pissing out
vacuum.
he came past. It's not my fault. He came and pissed on the wrong pair of night shoes.
That's true. What else were we supposed to fucking do about him, honestly? Like, what, the devil you know kind of crap? Like,
The hoodie appears again and hands Gigi a printout.
Damn.
Gigi looks over it and looks at you and said, that wasn't a chemical that you were carrying around.
Shit, don't tell me it was holy water.
No. That was Vitae.
What?
whoa.
That was some unfortunate kindred's event.
But it was clear, right? Do we know what color it was?
I don't think we were ever told what color it was. I thought it was just in container.
Yeah, no.
So, I mean, I know we don't have flashbacks, but we took some out and put it into a small vial to take with us. Would we not have gotten a hint of what it was when we transferred it?
Now, what session was that?
It's a long time ago. Oh, but I mean, well, just tonight.
Yeah,
Martha
before we
said-
handed over.
Martha said, we'll pour some out of the tanks into the vials to take small vials to Gigi.
Okay, so it is still, yes, still clear.
Okay.
Gigi holds the vial up and says, this is what plasma centers call spun blood. See, when we take it out the nice way with our teeth. But when they take it out with a needle, most of the times it goes into bags and then it goes into centrifuges and they spin it out because they like to take it apart. Somebody did the same thing, just with ours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is interesting.
That is a quite literal drop in the bucket of what they have. Or shall I say we?
He looks at the printout a little bit and goes, "Have you tried it?"
I didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm not going to drink like a random chemical, even if I am a vamp.
Gigi hands you the vial back and says, "Why don't you try it?"
I'll try it.
Of course, I knew it. Knew it.
I give it over to my my food tester.
Gulp.
So you take it.
Sure.
The sensation starts in where your sinuses would have been and quickly moves down your throat. You didn't get much, barely what couldn't qualify for a mouthful here. But you can feel it in your sinuses, in your throat, in your stomach, permeating outwards. It is like drinking the cleanest, clearest water. It is refreshing. It is invigorating, even. You feel stronger. You feel faster, more alert. Suddenly, the details in the room, everything seems sharper to you.
Does he get any smarts out of it, or is that not? Just hyper focused.
Does it reduce my hunger?
Ah,
It does not.
damn.
What if I drank more?
Vitae.
But you get flashes. It's like single frame images, memories, things seen, places, different places in Philadelphia, some out of New York. You're sure that one of them you see the Space Needle in Seattle. You're sure you see that very familiar Welcome to Las Vegas sign.
Mm.
Airports. It is a cascade of different images and thoughts and feelings and places.
Mm. Interesting.
Okay.
Gigi looks at you and goes, "So, how you feel?"
I feel pretty great. That was some good stuff. I wonder why the Inquisition's carting this around.
You just drank the vitae of probably, we're estimating, between 50 and 100 kindred.
Wow.
Holy shit snacks.
So the question is why?
Indeed. Why the fuck? Indeed.
We've been keeping an eye on them since they've started making bigger waves after they apprehended Shaw.
That's interesting.
They're responsible for numerous kindred who have gone missing throughout Philadelphia. This particular branch of them is not just hunting in Philadelphia, they are also hunting outside of Philadelphia.
Like how far outside?
Oh boy.
New York, Boston, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Although why anyone would want to go the fuck to Cleveland?
Oh yeah.
So this is why Carmine's come to town. If they've already hit New York and Cleveland and Boston, who's left up there?
In New York still has most of them. Funny enough, the cams seem to be mostly immune to this. There's a couple small ones being thrown into the mix, but most of the high up muckety mucks in the tower are not getting caught. I'll leave that up to your imagination on why that might be.
This smacks of the Middle Ages. These bastards never change their tactics, do they?
Tower was the ones who were responsible for bringing them in the first place.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Fucking popes and the cardinals all over again.
So.
Well put.
So the question is now, what are you trying to do? What did you want?
I want them out of my fucking city.
Do you really think that you could get the United States government out of Philadelphia?
Inquisition is Uncle Sam, is what you're telling me right now.
This goes all the way up.
We're starting to go into tinfoil hat territory. Moon landing and all that jazz.
There's no tinfoil hats to this. What do you think we spend all of our money? All those black budget. You think that the Pentagon just loses all of that money and goes, don't know where it went?
Yeah.
All the money's going somewhere. It's going to hunt us. It's going to hunt the Guru. It's going to hunt the fucking the Wraiths.
Why now?
They're scared. They're scared, and it's an opportunity. It's a whole bunch of people who believe stupid shit on the internet that's easily disproven, and everybody's panicking, and it's easy to point fingers, and nobody ever has to discuss anything. Nobody has to argue anything. People's opinions mean something. Who the fuck cares? It's a great cover when you're trying to hide a couple $1 trillion in expenditure.
I mean, I thought they were just playing with more, phallic toys, throwing them at more empty targets. All those military exercises.
You know what's funny? Empty targets. Do you know what they call us? Blanks.
That?
Blanks.
Blank bodies. Because when we show up on infrared, we don't give off any heat.
So how do we show up?
Well, there are a couple ways to hide it, but it's not perfect. When we rouse our blood so we look a little more human, so we can do things. Bringing that blood to the surface, getting our heart pumping, veins flowing, increases our body temperature.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough, but it's enough to bypass simple scanners. The ones who can get through, the thin bloods, they walk around and walk right through those scanners.
So it's not the Inquisition that's been like picking them off.
The Inquisition has also been hunting Thin Bloods.
Double trouble.
Just with different tactics, I take it.
Thin Bloods are like every other outside group. Nobody protects them, nobody stands up for them, so they're easy to pick off. Your local Thin Blood disappears, who gives a shit, right?
We already found that out, didn't we? And my mind's still going back to this whole thing with the our
Thin Bloods that we
warrants,
failed to
the
turn
fact
off
that
the
we
map.
are wanted people.
Well, if it's Uncle Sam, then it's Uncle Sam. Cops are cops.
Yeah,
Even
but
you
if
do
I
phase them
haven't,
off.
true, but if I have, at least one contact that could be worth at least filling us in on, anything he can give us. Being on the inside.
What are they trying to like pin us with right
Exactly. Like let's get the details on that shit before.
What are the warrants for?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure we touched on that before we continued this conversation because it was very early on.
Right.
GG.
Were we able to see that in like on the screen?
Yes, you are. And
Okay.
that's where things are a little uncomfortable. A lot of the internal fields are blank.
Blank or redacted?
Blank.
Yeah, see. That's why I think this is just some bullshit blanket tactic.
So, GG sets his controller down. So now that you've learned all of this, why are you here?
Trying to find our white rabbit. Seems to get us in all this trouble. Miss Ruby Rose.
Well, we're here because I mentioned the Inquisition to Sunny, and Sunny thought we should talk directly to you.
Yeah, this is kind of a all roads lead to Rome kind of situation. We've had a lot of mysteries, and we've somehow turned into the fucking Scooby-Doo gang. So here we are. And we both I get to be Velma. But... Mr. Starwell, I see you with that kerchief, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Fred it is.
Shaggy?
I'm Shaggy.
Yeah, Idaho's the Shaggy.
Vic is Scooby, I'm Shaggy.
So, the GG points to Sunny and goes, she's young. She might figure this out yet. She doesn't keep bringing fucking people down here. He says, so you're looking for somebody. Who is this somebody you're looking for?
And this is, I gestured to Alice. We know that the Inquisition has her.
Well, I can provide you with the information about where they are.
That's all we needed.
Who is she?
She is mine. We were in the process of ghouling and she disappears. And up until last night or 3 nights ago, whenever, I'm not sure of this whole thing, but I had little more than mysterious cryptic messages
and
playlists of songs. No real true communication of where she was, what the fuck was going on. I wasn't even sure she was the one sending it all.
Gigi flips another button on the remote, And it is pictures of Ruby. Tons and tons of different pictures of Ruby in different places, outside of the club, outside of Trinity's bar, outside of a business place downtown.
Does she look like she's there freely? Do I recognize anyone with her in the photos?
There is no one with her, except in one photo. In one photo, she is talking to a gentleman in a black jacket, black pants, leaning on his Camaro.
The guy in the suit.
Nope.
No.
Michael knows who this is.
I do know who this is. It is.
I mean,
That guy from that time.
he'd be the first to remind you that you owe him.
Oh fuck! It's Shakespeare, isn't it?
Oh shit.
We owe him a quick death in the furnace.
And this one, I'm like, who the fuck is him? What is his name, actually?
Gigi points. Him? He is kind of the giant question mark in all of this. We've been keeping tabs on him for years. He seems to pop up at inopportune moments, at awful times. We know he's caitiff. We know that
Is he just Cain? Is he just Cain, like, taking this form on Earth, and this is...
I'm sure that our dear prince would love to see that. Unfortunately, I don't believe that's the case. Charles definitely has a bone to pick with him, which I'm sure Charles would love to know what exactly he and Scro have been talking about, but that's neither here nor there.
So Shakespeare's been meeting with Scro as well as Ruby.
A couple of years ago, yeah, we caught them meeting a couple of times.
Seems like this is a long play from his end.
Like I said, we haven't been able to gather any sort of hard intel on him. We do know, however, what he gave her. He flips another switch, and it's a young man. He looks maybe early 20s. He's dressed like an Os. Black hoodie, black shirt, black cargo pants, black jacket. But his face is completely human. He says, "This boy has been hiding among us as one of our own. He too is a caitiff. And we think that Shakespeare is attempting to put Ruby and him in the same location for some reason." This seems like an appropriate moment to take a break.
That sounds perfect. We have gone a little over our usual time of 7, so just want to thank a couple of new followers real quick before we head to a break. We have Taco Smurfs, and spank my Betty. So thank you both for following tonight and joining our journey. We are going to go to a BRB screen and take care of bathroom breaks and grab something to drink, a snack, whatever you need. We'll be back in about 10 or so. Bye. All right, everybody. So we're back. Thanks for sticking with us. I want to thank again our 2 new followers tonight, Taco Smurfs and Spank My Betty. I like that name for some reason.
Ready page.
Right. So also hanging out in the chat, I'm seeing Useless Fiend. Z Mobius was popping in there, and a few other people that I'm not sure if popped in and said hi, but they're at least lurking. And we will get back to Nox, our storyteller.
Welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle, Philly by Night. Now, where were we? Oh, yes.
We were just about to take over everything.
Again? Wow.
You were learning
Basically,
that
Shakespeare might have planted Ruby in our coterie.
now
Mm-mm.
that Shakespeare has given Ruby information to meet up with a caitiff named Devon, who has been hiding amongst the Nos.
He's trying to get them in the same place for some reason.
Well, aren't we talking to Sonny right now? Maybe we can figure out who this Devant is.
Well, right now we're talking to Gigi.
Okay, yeah, so even better.
Okay, so
Gigi.
what was the last thing?
Gigi had put the picture of Vaughn up on the screens.
Said he's a caitiff that's hiding amongst the Nos, and Shakespeare's trying to get him
Put
and
them
Ruby
in the
in
same- in the
same
same
location.
place.
Okay.
Is there some kind of like prophecy we don't know or some shit?
Well, other than the whole bullshit with Cain.
Gigi points at the screen and says, "Why would Shakespeare want this person that you seem to care about?"
That's exactly what we're trying to figure out in all this.
Mm-hmm.
She's our little gutter punk.
She
She's
was
our
a
Shrek
regular,
lady.
yeah, she was a regular in our establishment and someone I grew quite close to. So this is even more personal for me.
Gigi looks at you, Alice, and says, "You want some advice that'll save you a lot of trouble throughout the rest of your life?"
I think you're gonna give it to me.
You're absolutely fucking right. He says, "They're not pets. They're your food. Or they're your kids. Either churn them or kill them. Don't keep them."
So I see you don't have a strong likeness for ghouls then.
Well, she wasn't a ghoul. That's what she's saying. She's saying
That's what he's saying.
But I was making. I already made the point in the conversation to him that that was in the process of happening.
Right.
I don't think
And
he's
that's
just saying
he's
that.
right. He's not. Yeah, he's basically saying ghoul or don't.
Yeah, no more
Vampire,
process.
no.
Like, has to be in, like, you have to make a decision quickly, and you have to be able to like let go if you don't make it, like if you don't claim it.
Well, the decision had been made, and she was taking a night after the decision, and that's when everything went to shit.
Yeah. Whatever. It's just his suggestion. Whatever.
Agree.
He might need
Whatever.
that information that she was literally stopped from being ghouled, and she was picked up in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
says, so, you want to know where they are. He looks down his controller and punches a few more buttons. And all the screens light up as one giant screen. It is the naval base at the southernmost part of Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
And it took us that long to get that piece of information. Well, thank you.
What do they have going on there? What are they doing in that naval base?
That is information that I would be willing to give quite a bit to learn myself.
mm,
Something even you don't know.
There are a few
Oh,
things.
looks like you're going to the Navy. Just kidding.
in the Navy.
I always
knew
did
it.
like a sailor.
We held
I
off.
alwa-
We held off.
I didn't. I've always liked myself in a sailor, to be honest. The salty ones are nice. But do try to stay away from the syphilitic ones. Weird little aftertaste.
Too late for that. I mean, yes, you're absolutely right. Anyway, okay.
Oh, okay, great. We're talking about syphilis now. That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. So, am I still under the effect of the super blood?
It is fading.
All right, well, I still got the vial, so I'm good. I'm just gonna like slip it in my pocket.
Gigi turns to you, Michael, and says, so why else are you here?
Well, I feel like alliances are always a lovely thing. And if you can't get that, then a good professional relationship is truly valuable.
I guess the question that would be why would I do that when it seems to know that I knew a hell of a lot more than you did? What do you offer me? Why?
Mm. Knew this was coming.
I was thrown into the deep end of the pool, and I've managed to keep my head above water. The only thing that's gotten me this far is the risky nature that I've seemed to embody. Can't go big without taking risk. So what you won't do, we might be able to for you. And what I don't know, you might be able to shed some light on.
Mm.
Well then, here's my challenge to you. You bring information for me what's really going on in that base. And we'll talk more about an alliance or a professional working relationship.
I do enjoy a challenge.
Well then, I hope you enjoy this one, because it might be the death of you.
Did that once.
Mm.
Might not do it. Doesn't scare me.
It's pretty, but stupid. Got it.
Damn.
I think the price will go up on the information we get.
GG.
Well,
Turn-
sorry, one more thing. Oh, never mind. I don't want to ask about it. I'll save it for later, if there is later.
GG turns to Sunny and says, make sure that they get back to the surface. And you and I are going to have a long fucking conversation about sending forward information about who you're bringing down here. Sunny very meekly nods.
Are we heading back up?
So, Sunny gestures for you all to follow. Does anybody want to stay, poke around, ask any further questions?
I'm going right up on Sunny.
Well, I feel like I've missed. God, I am leaving this entire interaction feeling like I didn't get as much as I could have.
We got a lot.
I'm kind of agreeing though. I felt like we talked in circles and only got,
Well, we probably didn't get as much as we could have, but I mean, we played our ace card. This is what we got. I mean, I'm not saying we should leave. I'm just going.
Okay. Actually, yeah. It's like, well, if you want this so badly, if you want this information so badly, how about you give me all the as much info as you possibly can about what you know about what we're going into.
Thanks.
Do you have schematics? Do you have intel? I mean, obviously. How much do you want to put your thumb on the scale?
GG. Looks at you and then thumbs another button on his remote. The pictures on the screen are of a kind of heavy set man, slightly older. He's wearing priestly vestments. Idaho, you've seen this man now twice. GG says, how about this for a tip? This guy, Padre here, is going to be one of your biggest obstacles. Stay away from him. Not that you could do anything else.
Holy crap.
That's unfortunate for Idaho.
Why is that unfortunate for me?
You've seen him twice.
Oh, yeah. I saw him very disappointed with the situation with Ruby.
And if you think back, he wasn't really necessarily all that thrilled with the situation with Trevor either.
I don't remember that, but okay. Thank you.
He was there the night the trailer park got burned down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So he doesn't seem to be too happy with the way things are going for whatever reason. But I wonder why or what he is that he's so powerful that our best gamble against him is to run away.
asked GG if he's a local player.
Yes, GG. What?
Is he a
Is the
local
Tubby
player?
is the Tubby Priest a local player, or is he did he come in with the vermin?
No, he's not from local. He's not from local. Best we've been able to source is he had a parish in New York, somewhere in downtown. Became
Hey, quit it! Hey!
Uh-oh.
became somewhat of a known entity amongst the New York Camarilla. They were attempting to figure out a way to deal with him.
Deal with him, huh? True believer, I take it.
That's what we've heard.
So annoying.
Oh, my back.
Has he been spotted in the Navy Yard?
Yes.
Would you be willing to? Can we have any of your images or map, like pictures? Of
Nothing.
the space? You ain't got nothing.
Nothing from inside.
Nothing from inside. Just even the outside. No triggers, no lamps, no guards.
Just what you would find on any naval base.
Fair.
So a bunch of guys doing the HMS Pinafore. Is that what you're telling us?
Is it too crass to do a 2-man enter, 1-man leaves joke?
Oh man. The Cam's is it the doorman with the dreadlocks?
Thomas.
Thomas.
Too many T names.
Yeah.
Thomas, Trevor, Trogdor.
Any chance you'd be willing to throw in a freebie and tell us what the hell happened with Thomas and Sabine?
Well, I guess no.
Damn attitude.
Nice.
You want a working relationship. You want to know what happened to your dear Sabine.
I'm just trying to see if Thomas is stepping out on the Cam.
No. Thomas is looking after his own interests.
Not as much of a team player as everybody thinks him to be, then.
Everybody wants to move up in the world.
Some of us like it down by the beach. That's a bad thing to say in Vamp world. God damn it. That was wrong. That was a bad move.
You can have fun at night on the beach. You can have fun at night on the
Right. And I thought I was holding back a while ago when he knocks
Right.
me.
Right. Never mind.
Bro.
Sunny.
All right, no high treason, just generalized greed and ambition.
Sunny at this point is doing the head
I'm right there with her.
All right, I say I'm sorry. Thank you for letting us take up so much of your time. even if you didn't give consent. It is very appreciated.
He says, "Oh, I just love having my evenings wasted."
I'm sure you had big plans.
We'll see if it was wasted soon enough.
Fair enough. Well, hope to see you soon. You know the way out. Or you don't, but get out.
With pleasure. I'll leave you to it.
Sunny leads you out a completely different way. This way is much more vertical. There's a lot more ladders. Some seem to go up. And then you walk down a short path, and then you go back down. You go through another pathway, and you go down
Oh
further.
my god, we're gonna come out and
See you
God
at the
knows
club.
where. That would be lovely, but
As long as everything supports my weight, we'll be cool.
Make a roll.
I mean, some of those things are going to be really rusty.
oh no.
Stop giving Knox ideas. Let's get out of here.
Like we really need to. This man is creative as fuck.
Right. Okay.
When you get to the surface, you actually go up, and you're suddenly in a hallway. It's a pretty bland hallway with a set of double doors at the end. You walk out. You are in an alley. Incidentally, not too far away from where you left your van.
I look over at Sunny. I love how you guys do that.
Sunny looks at you, Idaho, and says, "Are we even?"
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
more than even. So,
You owe her.
what? I'm not
I
gonna
think
tell
you
her
owe
that.
her.
Shh. Bad negotiator. Anyway, I say, what's the deal? What? You're in trouble for bringing us down there. What the hell?
Should have said something first.
When I told you it was the Inquisition, your first thought was Gigi needs to know
Still need a heads up then.
because you were trying to protect Gigi,
She goes, "Yeah, but
and he's going to get you in trouble for it.
it's
You
not
know what
always
else
the
he
easiest
said?
thing."
You know what else he said while we were down there? He said there are no secrets among the Nos. Didn't he?
She sighs and says, "That's a lovely lie we all like to tell ourselves."
Yeah, no shit. Because if you had known he already knew all that stuff, you wouldn't have thought that we needed to go down there and talk to him. Right?
She nods.
Ding.
So he's going to get you in trouble because he keeps secrets from you and you were trying to protect him. What a motherfucker.
I do have to second the assessment.
Dude, Idaho is making some bomb ass sense tonight.
Sunny,
Well,
Idaho, who did you hook up with?
This
You need to
logic.
drink some more Vitae.
I'm trying to hook up with Sunny right now if y'all chill.
Oh.
I mean, did you see those fingers? You kidding? Anyway,
definitely makes the prostate exam easier.
Oh.
so yeah, I mean, I'm a little peeved. I mean, Idaho's a little peeved. So, I mean, what's going to happen to you?
She shrugs and goes, "Probably nothing. Probably get yelled at."
Well, getting yelled at's no big deal. I don't know. I mean,
I get
I don't
yelled at a
know.
lot. That's why I'm on subway duty.
Okay. Well, hey, if you need anything, if you need help, if you need a place, if you need to talk, or if you find anything you want to trade, you know how to get a hold of me.
If I find something worth trading, I'll let you know.
Yeah. I just think that you got a bum rap out of that whole thing.
Yeah.
So's life.
Yeah, it wasn't fair.
All right.
Thank you, Sunny.
But we do appreciate all of your help.
She nods. The doors close. And she is gone.
Well,
Alice, your phone rings.
don't answer it.
It's Lane.
Crap. Okay, I answer. What's up?
She says, hey, where are you?
Running an errand, but should be finished up shortly. What's going on?
Are you coming back?
That's always the plan.
Good. How soon will you be here?
Dude,
What's
just
going
what
on?
the fuck is going on?
You hear a bit of a scuffle. You hear the ever ominous click of a hammer being pulled back.
What the hell?
And then you hear a voice says, I think it would be your best opportunity to show up soon.
Okay.
And the line goes dead.
I've heard a gunshot.
Do we actually hear a gunshot or just line goes dead before anything?
Just goes click.
Fuck. Okay. Everybody in the fucking van. In the van. Right now. In the van.
No time
Vic,
for comments?
call Andrea.
Yeah. I want to know exactly what the fuck is going on. She let somebody in.
Vic's gone too. The plot thickens. How did we lose him? Oh my God, he's huge.
He's at least able to hear us. He can at least, so yeah, let's go.
He got
Get the
stuck
van.
back in one of those sewer
Get in the
pipes.
van.
He ain't never coming out.
It's like the height. It's like the monkey heist.
The monkey's driving
The monkey's driving the van. Let's get in the
Yeah,
van.
so-
Let's go. Go.
I mean, we can contact Andrea, or Vic can do it, or whatever. But yeah, what's up with Andrea?
So are you how are you calling? Or are you texting, or what are you? How are you contacting Andrea?
Vic just said he'd call.
Okay. When you call, it rings twice. It picks up and then hangs up.
Jesus, really?
Oh, girl.
I'll have to get back to the club.
Yeah. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
The drive back to the club feels much longer than it actually is.
Oh, I bet.
As you pull up, there does not appear to be any problems. There are people who are walking in the front door. There doesn't appear to be anybody actually on the front door.
This was a planned assault.
This is a trap.
So people are just walking in without paying cover?
Mm-hmm.
Do we bloodhound those people? They kindred or kind?
Are you?
I'm
Yes.
asking my bloodhounds to sniff.
I mean, I figure that. I mean, yeah, definitely
Like
do it. But,
we're on high alert, pulling up to the club, and things are not right.
but the
I would
isn't-
assume that like Idaho and Vic would be like sniffing as we're rolling up.
also, let me just ask this real quick. I
I
mean,
think I heard it from the kitchen.
is the bloodhound like a thing we have to turn on, or is it just like, are we just have this heightened sense of smell that's always there?
So it is both. So, like anything where somebody has, I guess the easiest way to think about it would be if your sense, if any particular sense was always heightened, then by default you would mentally kind of start to block it out, because otherwise it would always be overwhelming.
Right.
How
All right.
people
Well,
get
then,
used to
yes.
pain.
I mean, yes, definitely going to use it.
Okay, so there are both kindred and kind here.
A lot more than normal.
No more than realistically, no more than what you would have from when you left. Like the club doesn't feel like it's any, just from your sense of smell. It certainly doesn't feel any.
Okay.
Get in there and see what's
Again, I
up.
just don't want to feel like we're walking into a complete ambush here.
Still feels like an ambush.
I'll
Oh,
go
it
first.
will be an ambush. I just don't want it to be like we walk up and it's just all vamps. You know, a sea of vamps ready to just take us out.
We've always got the huge light.
Flip them
Anyway.
suckers on. We may have to use them tonight.
It hurts us
So
too.
did we like drive by the front, but we're parking in the back?
Well, I mean, your parking spaces are in the back, so you would have to go down the alleyway and.
Yeah, but I mean, we got a view of the situation out front, obviously. So we must have drove by the front, and now we're just parking in the back.
So the
Jesus Christ. Stampede. Oh my God. Sorry.
The gang of cats. That's your next.
Stampede.
That's your next.
I know.
gang
I
crew
can't
right
wait to
there.
meet everybody. I can't wait to meet them all.
I'm really bummed I'm not going to be able to make it happen.
Come
I
on.
wish you could.
Get in the car.
Go.
Get in the car.
So the
I don't know how I would get to the next wedding by noon the next day.
you just have to leave that night.
Mm.
No, what's the... You get drunk at weddings, don't you?
I can't drink alcohol.
Okay.
So the question. So you're driving by and then parking in the back, and you're looking for.
I was just kind of getting it straight in my head because you told us what the front door looked like, what was going on the front
Right,
door.
because we have to pull around the front and
I
take
figure,
the
yeah,
down
we-
alleyway into
Yeah.
our spots in the back at the
Right.
back door.
Right, got it. But we're not going in the front door
No.
as we go to see what's going on. We're going.
No,
back
we're
door.
just driving by it.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm
Okay,
just-
let's go. Go, Vic. We're right behind you, buddy.
All right, I'm in.
As you enter the club,
Brass knuckles.
the music is still playing. It seems like it's actually kind of more of a party than normal.
Yeah, because everybody's getting in free.
I would like to do a Sense the Unseen as soon as possible.
Okay. Let us make that roll then.
I forget all the stuff I have. Do I have anything that would be useful right now? I feel bad about that. It's just an issue with while we're streaming, opening up any other
Yeah.
Mhm, slow it down.
anything fucks everything up, and so that's why I rely heavily on Nox to be like, I'll be like, wait a minute, what's my powers? What do I do?
So you've got, so for Sense the Unseen, it's going to be your wits and aspects. So you're rolling 4, and you're on, so 3 and 1.
Doesn't Al have
One.
insane?
I do.
Damn, girl.
Jeez.
So you do not see anything out of the ordinary. You happen to notice something, that there are some, on your way in, that there are some dead rats that are still hanging out around your dumpster.
Mhm.
But in terms of actually seeing anything, no. There is nothing to see.
What about when we get right inside the club?
I'm including that as well.
Yeah. It's a party.
So I say, guys, we make our way right to Lane, considering we know that that's probably the point of highest danger.
Yeah. Where? The office? I mean, where is it?
Well, last we left would have been the bar.
I mean, it would be odd. I mean, we can look.
Yeah, but
I'm
we
gonna
wouldn't
look
have
around.
heard him if he was at the bar and the party was going. We wouldn't have heard the click.
Okay,
So
well,
he's got to be somewhere isolated.
Then do we
Yeah.
split up in teams? Somebody take this floor, take the office, take the green room, and a couple of us go downstairs and start investigating down there.
How big is the club? I mean, is it that huge?
How many
So-
floors are there total?
So total, there are indeed 3 floors. You've got the basement area, which is functionally really just kind of a long hallway with multiple rooms coming off of it. You've got the main floor, and then you've got the upstairs.
And we left a person on the roof. Who-
And then yes, and then technically, if you want to get real technical about it, 4 floors because you've also got the roof area.
I mean, we should be able to search it pretty quick with us sticking together, don't you think? I mean, we
I mean,
have
like, we
I
could just
believe
grab-
this is a leadership call, Michael.
Yeah, I would grab a walkie, throw it to Vic, and like be like, "I'll go with Vic. Idaho, come with me."
all right.
I think the basement and floor 2 are our main priorities.
Yeah, and I'll go upstairs.
With everything going on floor 1,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's either on in the basement or on floor 2.
Do we see any of the other ghouls about, like doing like their normal business?
Mm-mm.
So who's running the club?
Literally no one.
Let me see.
Who's working the bar? How is there a party with no functioning bar? I mean, come on.
Right.
So, are you guys heading in?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you headed first, and who is going where?
Michael,
I'm going
you had
downstairs.
given. You wanted.
Yeah, me and
I
Michael
mean,
are
like,
going
okay, so
upstairs.
I guess, like, as a group, like, let's think of the way that the bar is laid out. As a group, we would have gone to the main behind the bar, grabbed 2 walkies, and I would have sent Vic and Al downstairs. And I would have gone upstairs with
Okay.
Idaho.
So when you get to the bar, there's no one at the bar. Patrons are basically helping themselves.
Seriously?
I mean,
Who
I
does
expect
that?
nothing less. I expect nothing
No.
less.
Come on.
No,
I've been in-
like, so there's
It's
like
gonna
chaos
happen.
going on. We have no help. The club is just open and people are just
Yeah.
going ape shit. Is this what's going on? Is this what
Yes.
we walked into?
Kind of, yeah.
Pretty
All right.
much.
It's
All
time
right.
to shut it down.
Get
We
the
have no one to
spotlight.
shut it down. We have no one
We
to.
have
It's
a
just
Vic.
us. So you want me and Vic to shut it down while you guys
No,
search?
I'll go to the spot. I'll go to where the spotlights are. I'll turn on the big lights.
Yeah, turn on the big lights. That's how you
Turn
like.
off the
cut
music is the
something-
way to do it.
You cut the music. You turn on the lights.
I'll
shut
get
down the
music.
bar.
Vic, you get lights. I'll get
Grab
music.
the bar, Alice.
Alright.
Grab a bat, Alice, and like go start like getting people out from behind the bar.
Okay.
Okay. I like weapons.
So let me clarify what's going on before we go any further.
It's a lot.
So, you guys headed to the bar. You found that there's no one behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Vic is going to hit the switch to turn the floodlights on
Mm-hmm.
and start yelling at people to start
And
getting
turn off the music. I heard that.
Well, that's 2 different places, so
Yeah,
I
the
can only
DJ.
do one thing.
Yeah, I was going to say the DJ booth is elsewhere.
Turning off the music is going to get everybody's attention. I guarantee you.
Well, Idaho, why
The-
don't
the
you jump on
giant-
that?
I'm pretty sure your giant floodlights are going to get everybody's attention.
I mean, yeah, we're not talking about the floodlights. We're talking about the house lights.
Just house lights.
Okay, not the
No.
security.
Yeah,
No, we're
house
not.
lights.
We're not trying to kill nobody.
We're just trying to like wrangle an unruly party that is happening at our bar.
Yup.
Okay.
Yup.
Like shutting it down. That's what I'm talking about. Like very Tina Fey, 30 Rock. Shut it down.
Okay, so he's turning the lights off from behind the bar. Alice has been tasked with taking care of starting to get unruly customers out.
Hmm.
What
And
if,
I'm heading to the DJ booth.
okay, so you're gonna start walking towards the DJ booth. Idaho, what are you doing?
Well, I guess I'll help with the bar then until me and Michael are heading up to the office.
Okay,
So I've got my bat. I pull out a crowbar, hand it to you. Welcome to the fight,
Yeah.
brother. Let's go.
Yep,
These people are
basically.
going to stop and they're going to leave as soon as we get on their case.
Bullshit, not the drunk ones.
They're going to
Yeah.
be easy to throw out. I don't even know. Okay, yeah, I mean, I've got the crowbar, but whatever.
I mean, you guys are basically like just, hurting, rowdy, freeloader, like,
If they're drunk, I need defeats, so good. Win-win.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Leave a couple of them. There's a couple of us that need to feed. I don't, but
I'm just talking
Need a
about
beat.
getting them out from behind the bar where they're helping themselves and
definitely. I'm
reclaiming
just-
Semantics.
authority in
Okay,
our lair.
When we
Okay.
get there,
I
and
am
you
the
say,
authority.
stop drinking, get out, what happens?
Okay, we're going to actually start with Michael first. Michael, you head up to the DJ booth. The door is hanging open. As you walk inside, you see
Shakespeare.
Lane. Her face is bloody. She is on her knees, holding her elbow in front of her body. As best she can, one of her hands is pretty badly mangled. Standing in front of the DJ booth, the man in the trench coat turns around. He looks at you. You go, well, you took your damn time.
I recognize this man.
It's the Inquisition guy.
You would have seen him from the photos from Idaho. The photos.
The one that I was supposed to avoid.
No, this is not the priest.
This is Tyler?
I don't know if we have his name. He's
You
just
don't have his name.
he shows up when me and Vic went to check out Trinity's place. He's the one that showed up and was like, "Whoa," and we ran from him and all of his goons in the vans.
So he basically tracked them back here.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
But he is Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in my fucking club.
So what do you do, Mr. Starwell?
Quick assessment. What do I pick up from the situation? Weaknesses, openings, what? Anything else that I can grab?
I mean,
visually?
you're standing in a DJ booth, so you basically anything that's easy to grab hand on is going to be small and plastic. CDs,
Right.
What?
records.
What? Oh, you have. Mm-mm.
Well, you're a vampire and you have a gun, right?
You do have a gun. You are also you are also in your own nightclub with a group of people downstairs.
You're trying to tell me the DJ booth is on the second floor?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a DJ booth sits on the ground floor. Most of them are up above so they can see down the dance floor.
No, not all. Not all, but
not in small old towns. No, not in places that are like over.
Ours is on the second floor, right, Knox?
As of yes.
Okay.
Wait, we have a dance floor upstairs and a bar downstairs. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about that.
Damn it.
Oh god, yeah, we have the split.
What would be a way that you could let all of us know that something is
Walkie,
going
talkie.
on? Not even the walkie.
What kind of ways?
It's in a fucking DJ booth.
Do I get the sense that this is a human being?
No.
I don't know if she has access to that, Pixie. He's standing in the way.
He's in between you and the board.
Find a Rick Astley record.
Yeah.
Throw it on.
So he's definitely vamp.
You don't know. But you also know that no human has ever looked like this or talked to you like this.
What does he look like?
He is about 6'2". He's kind of lanky, wearing kind of an old English trench coat. He's got John Lennon sunglasses on, curly hair.
Is he a fucking bounty hunter?
Well, he's definitely
What
a
else?
hunter. But I mean, he works for the Inquisition.
What else does he look like?
What are you specifically asking?
Nails, teeth, like his skin.
His skin is pale. You have not seen teeth. His lips are very, very thin.
How is he moving?
He hasn't really moved yet.
Okay. And the last thing he said to me is like, "Well, you took your dear sweet time."
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Yeah, I take out the gun and shoot him in the kneecap.
Okay. So, this is going to be
A roll.
a roll. This is
Because I
going.
am stupid.
Okay.
And we are going to do this.
So, you. Okay. Questions. Are you going to rouse the blood to increase your dexterity?
How long does that take?
That's instant.
Mhm.
It
Okay,
requires
yeah.
a rouse. So, okay.
Yeah,
Then roll a rouse check.
Come here, Rouses. Where are you? There you are. Did it happen? No. Did anything roll?
Mm-mm. Do you need to
Come
refresh
on.
it?
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to hit the reroll button and see if that. Oh, wait.
Yeah, because I just hit the re-roll button and I hit it twice and nothing happened.
Okay. Let me really quickly go reset the API.
Yeah, looks like it's broken.
Yep.
Okay, guys, we'll be right back.
Oh, it's just Nox.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
come
but-
out and grab my back brace
Back
really
brace.
quickly. Yeah.
Get it.
So.
Make sure that you're comfortable and not in pain. Hey, babes, what are you doing tearing my stuff apart? Come here, you little spicy girl. Come here, you. You're getting into a fight with your sister today? Doing all sorts of naughty stuff, huh? Oof, ow. Puta.
Any luck?
I hear you.
I will try now.
Ah, there it goes.
Perfect. So you do not get hungry. Your dexterity pool is now heightened by 1 for the remainder of the scene. So you want to pull out your gun and try to shoot him.
I just want to kneecap him.
Okay.
Just fuck you, dude.
Okay. So that is going to be So yeah, 3 and 1.
I feel like that's a reasonable response to finding the schmuck tearing apart my fucking club.
So
Okay.
you pull out the pistol. Okay, here, 1 second. That is not. Are you upstairs with him, or are you still downstairs, Vic?
Rick would be downstairs, I think.
I wouldn't be with you.
No,
Where
I
the
thought you
light?
were downstairs.
Okay.
I thought we were all like trying to like calm the whole, cluster fuck
Yeah.
that was
So we're all
going
together?
that was like taking over.
No,
So
you went
3
for
of
the
you were
door.
downstairs.
There
You
were,
went for the
so
door
many fires out that we
and the
like,
lights.
split.
Vic went for the light.
Okay.
Okay.
This is still during this. Never mind.
So
I guess
Yeah, this is
when
like the first thing we're doing. We like came in and we're trying to put out fights, and schmuck is trying. It fires and like
Well,
Worm Slice
we're
is
here to
sitting
go,
there with a
Scott.
gas can.
Okay, so you
over
pop the
one that I
guy.
think.
okay,
You pop a cap in
Okay.
his ass.
that is not enough to hit. Do you want to burn a willpower to reroll your the non-hunger die?
Yes.
Okay. So do you want to? I'm guessing you want to probably keep your 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then we will say you're burning willpower here. And just reroll the 1.
Wait, white or red?
Wait. Can't reroll hunger die.
Damn it.
Okay. You miss.
Now you don't piss him off.
Don't we hear the gunshot?
Well, everybody hears the gunshot. He looks down between his legs and looks up at you.
I rushed the booth immediately, by the way.
Okay, so you are on your way to the booth?
Yeah, fuck yeah. As soon as I hear that gunshot,
I'm
bomb.
running towards the gunshot. Yeah.
Okay. So we will say that you are all on your way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The man pulls a pistol out of his waistcoat and puts the barrel to the side of Layton's head. And looks at you, Michael, and says, This can go one of 2 ways. You surrender now. The 5 of us walk outside and you come with me. Or I radio my friends outside, and they come in with shotguns. And we treat all of your patrons as collateral damage. And this pretty one gets it. Right here, right now. And you get to watch. How much is this cunt's life worth to you?
My cold blood is boiling. I am not able to see reason, and I turn on Daunt.
So you're going to try Daunt, okay?
I'm trying to. Oh, well, let me see. Where's my character sheet? Meow.
Do you want Daunt or do you want Dread Gaze?
Dread Gaze. Thank you. That was the one.
Nice.
All right. So let me crack open the book here to make sure.
It has a +2 against members of the Inquisition. You don't need to check up on that. Just take my word for it.
Oh,
Good try.
baby.
I love you. I love you so much.
It's like, I'm just trying to help you out, man.
Right. Wink, right? Dollar slide. Right?
All right. So this is okay. We're going to go over the rolls to determine if you still want to do it. First, it's a rouse check, and then it's a contest. It's your charisma plus your presence versus their composure and resolve.
Ooh. I mean, you should definitely have
I'm
it,
doing it.
but
Look, I'm doing it because right now there's no way I'm surrendering to this motherfucker. I don't
Right.
want to give him a chance to like call his buddies in, and I know my people are already on their way since I fired that shot.
And
So I'm
presumably the
rolling.
patrons are exiting the building.
Faster now. Much faster now.
Okay. So here are the stakes. On a failure, you gain nothing. He is unaffected.
Mm-hmm.
On a win, vampires are unable to act other than in their own defense unless he's willing to spend a willpower equal to the margin. On a critical win, mortals will freeze or crumple into the fetal position. Vampires must make a terror frenzy test at a difficulty of 3. If they win, they are still affected as above. So on a win, he couldn't act offensively, but he could still probably act defensively.
Which is fine as long as nobody attacks him until we get Lane out of there.
On a critical win, however, there's the chance of him frenzying.
Okay, he's a vampire?
Horrible. No, he could be. I mean, like, werewolves can frenzy too.
Werewolves, it's a different mechanic.
Different mechanics, so definitely a vamp.
If only we had Quell the Beast.
what do I have? What do I have?
Check your character sheets, guys. Now's the time.
have
Like I
Quell the
said, I have trouble opening mine, so
I have Quell the Beast. That's why I said that. I was
Okay,
kidding.
Pixie, you have.
I rely very heavily on others.
I'm looking.
You have
He's better at it, and his computer's
Nothing that
probably
would be
not
helpful.
on fire. Holy shit!
you have dementation.
Ooh,
That's
that
good.
could be good. Makes him basically insane.
He does have a gun to your ghoul's head.
Yeah, making him even more insane than this motherfucker already is.
Maybe
No.
maybe he'll shoot himself.
I mean,
So, what are you gonna do, Michael?
going for it. As
Okay,
I said.
you're gonna go for it. All right.
Yeah,
Do it.
fast thinking. Because this is where I would have jumped.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, my
So-
back. Okay, sorry.
So it's another rouse check.
God, I don't want to do it. Oh,
Maybe you'll get unleash the beast and then just like rip the guy apart.
Hell yeah.
No, if she
Come on.
unleashes the beast, he frenzies.
rousing
So-
success.
So your hunger does not increase. Okay. So
It's a good one.
this is going to be your charisma and presence.
Which are?
So your charisma is a 4, your presence is a 3.
Nice.
So it's going to be 6 and a 1.
Very nice.
Okay. Do you want to burn a willpower, another willpower, to
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
reroll? Okay. So you're gonna reroll 3. So you'll
So
be
3 die?
so yeah. So we're basically saying the 4, the 2.
Oh, I thought that was the roll.
Sorry, you said 3 die.
Mm-hmm.
And white ones, yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Nice.
With a 0. Is that a critical or not?
So that is not a critical, but that is a full 6 successes.
6 successes. Holy shit.
Okay. So
Go, boss.
Let's see what his like
poser.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's see. Let's
I
see if he
know.
can like deflect.
What's his composure? Like a -3?
So composure is going to be where is the now I need to pull up the fucking rolling thing. See what you made me do?
It's a little bag of goodies. Where is my mind? Oh, there it is.
Okay. So he's rolled 3 successes. He's going to burn a willpower.
Oh, shit.
He can only reroll 2 though.
Yeah, he can only reroll 2.
This will only end badly. This does not look good for
Wow.
Homestar Runner.
Both of y'all like go big.
Okay. So here it is. So he has 5 successes to your 6. So you win on a margin of 1.
Oh,
I
So
will
this
take
go,
that
Michael.
margin.
Go, Michael. You're,
so
you're...
mortals run in fear. Vampires are unable to act other than in their own defense for a term unless they are willing to spend an willpower equal to the margin. He would be willing to spend the willpower.
Yeah.
So
it's null and void. Nothing happens.
yeah. So if
Yeah.
so he is unaffected. You watch his face as you unleash this. Now, Lane actually wets herself.
She gets caught in the crossfire.
She is because of the way that you look and how terrifying you are. She is as afraid of you as she is of the gun to her head. She is beyond terrified.
Does she get away?
It passes over his face. There's a moment.
There's nothing else I can do in that instant. This is why I wanted the. I didn't get to do the freaking upgrade before I did this thing.
I didn't even know if I had any XP. I
No,
don't
I
ever
was-
pay
I was-
attention.
I was saving XP for a certain thing, which would have been perfect for no. It's so.
He He looks at you and says, I'm going to take that as the last failed gasp of your surrender.
How much time has elapsed? Like, have we not gotten to the fucking door yet?
So you guys would be getting into the door, would be getting there. You could, at this point, you would be behind Michael.
I mean, I don't see how I haven't just like at my ropes and flown at a rage at this individual. Crap. Details. Rolls. Where do
Does
I
it seem-
find?
When I come into this room, does it seem like Michael is like at his wit's end? Like, does it seem like he's?
Well, you would have come in on the very tail end of his dread gaze, so
He could have been picked up something and.
So you would have, at the very least, even though you might have had some distance on it because it wasn't focused in your direction, you would have easily seen Michael turn into the most horrifying version of Michael that you've ever seen. Like, you've never seen him look like that. Like, in your eyes, like that's one of those things. Like, holy shit, didn't know you had it in you. But the fact that suddenly it's that he went to that and did not seem to get the appreciable effect that he's looking for would be possibly even more concerning to you, because
Yeah, it's pretty worrisome.
Kindred flexing their abilities, particularly the big ones, the heavy ones that would immediately be Masquerade breaches, that's a deal.
Come on, big man.
You want me to spring into action? All right.
I mean, if you want to like just jump at him and go ham, I'm not gonna.
So
Unleash the beast.
Because he's still got the gun to
He's got the gun to Lane's head. He's completely unfazed, and I'm coming out of dread gaze.
Right. So I'm wondering if I should just shoot him. Like instead of going in,
Blow
like
his hand off. Just blow his hand off. The hand that's holding the gun, just blow it clear off at the wrist.
Vic, do you have potence?
I do.
What was
I
your
have 2 points in potence. I have lethal body and prowess.
Okay. So are you better like in melee or firing or range?
I'd be
Melee.
better at melee, but I'd hate to move into melee and that be the reason he pulls the trigger.
Okay.
I don't know. Like that just seems to me like he's already got the gun to her head. If I start rushing him, I think that's going to be cause to pull the trigger right there.
Well, you should have picked Soaring Leap. That's what I have.
God damn.
So in order, who gets there first? Who gets there last?
So, in order, walking through the door behind you, Michael, you've got Vic, then Al, then Idaho. This is not what I would consider to be a particularly...
No, this is really bad when we're talking about like stratagem for a fight.
Well, it's also not what I would consider to be particularly a lot of movement space here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Scott,
Vic,
in case you need a visual to kind of imagine what this looks like, this won't work for all of you, but for those of you who have been to Numbers, that's what the DJ booth looks like.
Okay. So basically, Vic
very
is now,
small space.
Yeah. I mean, all
our,
DJ booths are really small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Vic is better at melee, and do you have any height? Do you have height and speed or anything like that?
I have celerity. I have rapid reflexes.
That's defensive.
Yeah, it's defensive.
I'm just wondering if we literally like gang rush him and you're able to go directly for his hand, for his wrist, like just snap in. At the same time, I could dive and grab Lane. Like,
I mean, we are so fucked right now. I have no idea how we're gonna get out of this.
I can try.
I mean, we're not giving up.
No, of course not. But I'm just trying to come up with like new.
Well, I
options
do.
before
Okay.
the coterie gets in here. I mean, like the Inquisition like gets called in on us, and they use all their fancy fucking tech and like
Well, they don't.
take us away.
So, would you like a little bit wider of a situational assessment here?
Yes, please.
Please.
Okay. Currently, you have the man in the trench coat who is holding a gun to Lane's head. You know that he's at the point, given the damage that he's already done to her, that he will kill her. On top of that, you know that he has told you that there are vans outside.
But we never saw them.
Nope. But he has told you that there are vans outside full of Inquisition that will be coming in with shotguns. Now, this poses two separate problems. One, he's told you that he's willing to accept collateral damage in terms of your patrons, which means that even if you able to
smooth us over, New Rain is dead.
Yeah, a mass shooting in your club,
It's dead.
yeah. Further, shotguns in particularly are, as Vic knows, extremely dangerous to vampires. A shotgun is one of the few projectile weapons that, at close range, if you get hit in the head, it's the final death.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the guy?
No, you're the last in line, so you are kind of.
Do I have enough points in my using my gun that I would have the aim skill to focus and literally blow his hand off?
So you have a pistol, so you're not going to have the opportunity to blow his hand off. A targeted
We're
shot at
pretty fucking close, though. I can do enough damage.
Well, I was gonna say, at a targeted shot, so you have 1 in firearms and 2 in dexterity. So if you were willing to rouse the blood, you'd have 3 in dex and 1 in firearm. So you would still be rolling a 2 and 2.
It's almost not worth it.
Your biggest, you would almost be wanting to hope for some sort of bestial failure in that particular case, because the success is probably not going to be enough to make it happen, and you don't have enough dice to re-roll on a willpower.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Vic. What do you got?
No, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you want me to go in melee or do you want me to shoot him? I can go in either way. I just looking for some guidance. I'm standing up.
If we have the shot, the opportunity to get the gun out of his hand using a shot, so that I can possibly get in the way and get Lane out of the way. Like, I'm literally imagining, like, you're standing and I'm coming in behind little me, and once you take aim, I go down and dive and try to pull Lane toward me.
So, Vic, you actually have the highest skill involved for this. You have
Yes.
3 dex plus 3 in firearms.
Yes, baby.
So theoretically, if you rouse the blood, you'd be at 4 in dex, so you'd have a pool of 7 dice to roll from. That's pretty good. Those are pretty good odds. The question, though, will become: can you?
There's a girl.
Will your margins here? So let's put it this way: if you choose to take this, you try to shoot at him, then the obvious outcome on his end, if he wins, is he's going to kill her.
He's gonna kill her. Yeah, if I miss, obviously.
But it's almost like she's dead either way.
That's why I've been hesitant. I don't want to be responsible but
Almost though, almost like we are about to lose us.
all right. Let's.
It's
And
so
we don't even know that he made the offer for us to surrender. We weren't here to hear that. We just
That is true.
rolled up on some conflict where our boss is losing it, and this guy has a gun to Lane, who Lane looks really, really bad.
And
So
you
what I'm
guys
doing is I'm taking
heard
the
a
shot.
gunshot.
So yeah, as far as we know, it's just a straight up fight.
What?
Okay, so hold on before you before you roll anything. So Vic, are you gonna try?
Yeah, I think so. I'm rousing the blood.
Okay, so we'll do a rouse the blood.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask something real
Two.
quick. Oh, sorry.
Is it 2 red if I'm rousing the blood?
No, just one.
This one.
Just do VTM rouse.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
another
okay.
check.
Yeah, it's just a rouse check. Okay, so your blood. So you're fine. So you are at now. So you've got
What?
four, and 3. So before we go any further, let's ask the question: what exactly are you trying to do? And which gun are you using, and what are you trying to do?
I'm using Snubby and I'm going for his head.
Damn. There you
Okay.
Get
go.
it.
I'm using
Okay.
Snubby and going for the head.
Okay.
Oh, big money, no whammy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Please.
Oh,
Okay.
please.
So 6 and 1.
Here we go.
Oh no, here she comes.
Invalid API. Sorry, you lose.
Where's your kitty? Come
Damn it. I'm obviously missing the script here.
here. Come here.
Oh, the roll. I missed the whole roll part. Okay, duh.
Just keeping everybody in suspense.
Sorry.
Not it either.
No, thank God. Oh, did not do a proper roll.
Yeah.
That scared the
Oh.
shit out of me.
Give me. Oh, heart attack. Whoa,
Here we
whoa.
go.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
Alright.
Reroll.
Spend the willpower to reroll 3.
so you're gonna spend a willpower to reroll 3.
Definitely.
Damn. Stop rolling like me.
Where's the baby?
Ah,
No,
that's
3.
still not.
W3. No R.
I always put the number first. I don't know why.
Yeah, I do that
Okay.
too sometimes.
So a total of 4 successes. Excuse me. Total of 5 successes. Okay. So you
It's a
are.
It's a kitty.
So then this
It's a
dude
kitty.
is rolling.
I'm sorry, Lane.
Swing, bada, fail, bada, miss, bada.
No? Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh!
He's gonna re-roll.
Of course. How many willpower does this guy have? Jesus Christ.
I think you can only do it once per roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, baby.
I don't think you can just keep infinitely spending willpower.
No, we have a finite number of willpower.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no,
Damn it.
no.
Ah.
No.
So 3. So total of
This is
4 successes. You
Said
have.
5, but I don't know where you got the 5th one from.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. So it's a match. So it's total of 4. So here is what.
Tie goes to the roller. Tie goes to the attacker.
Usually it's tie goes to the defender, but so
How's
Because
this
it's-
gonna end, people?
so what we will say is because it is a draw, then the situation basically continues as an unresolved. You shoot, you miss. He does not shoot, but he doesn't move.
Does that mean I get to do
Would
something
would
else?
would
Yeah.
would the shot be distracting enough for me to fire on him?
Ah! Ow!
So the problem is that you're behind him now. So you are actually, if you choose to shoot, you're actually going to have a harder time because he's in your way.
Damn.
So we still really can't see the guy.
No.
Shit. Do I need to see someone to do sense the beast?
Yes, that has to. Most powers require visual.
Okay.
So is there a way that I could exit quickly or get out of the way, like, or duck or something without setting anything off?
You would have to, in order to be able to get out of the way, you would have to basically turn around and then maneuver past Vic, Alice, and Idaho. It's
What if
doable.
I fell towards Lane?
Like to shield her?
Kind of. Like, that way I'm down, out of the way, and opening line of sight for Schmuck Boy.
Can I do that as my next move? Try to grab Lane and get in between?
So so hold on. So in order for, keep in mind, y'all are doing this with no coordination. Like you
Right.
can't
There's
talk.
no planning.
So if Michael is going to attempt to fall forward and then you're going to charge forward to try to grab Lane,
Michael get into each other's way.
Right, Michael is now presenting an obstacle for you.
Basically, all I'm trying to do is get, like, give an opening as much as I can. ASAP. So if that's like ducking and not necessarily falling down lane, or just like doing a quick crouch.
So, but again, because of how narrow the space is, and because you're first through the door, you are basically blocking the situation.
Even if I'm down.
Even if you fall again, even if you fell down or threw yourself down, you'd still be kind of in the way foot-wise. It'd still be an obstacle that needs to be traversed.
Right, but like what I'm saying is, like, if I dropped and crouched down and Idaho or Alice had eyes on them, they could use their shit on this individual.
No, Vic is in the way from us seeing him.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's a giant man.
Yeah, not you. It's all Vic's fault.
It's those wide, muscular 5-dot shoulders he decided to invest in.
I'm at a loss unless I have some crazy, like, mental psychic abilities I can inflict.
It's up to Michael and Vic right now.
The man in the trench coat lifts his other hand and speaks into his wrist.
No.
Move in.
No, oh, god damn it. This is why I wanted to blow his hand off.
And that's why I wanted to, like, go for him before I could do it. Damn it. That's why I was, like, trying to fall forward so I could just grab him or something.
He pushes the barrel hard against Lane's head. Says, "Last chance."
So,
surrender peaceably, and we walk out of here.
We.
I'm telling you, Andrea did all this.
My move is going to be to try to put myself between him and a Lane, and I'm going to grab Lane, and if it's anything like the DJ booth in Numbers, I'm going right out the window.
So you're actually okay. So you're going to actually try to basically spear Lane through into the open space.
Right, and then take the fall damage.
This is straight out of a cartoon, and I love it. Hi.
Okay. Does anybody else have any thing
Okay.
that they?
So this is out of game
Okay.
to my coterie, or actually to the storyteller. The floodlights. Where are they?
Yoda, come here.
The controls for like the giant floodlights
Yeah.
Come on.
bar in your office.
2 different places,
Yoda,
bar
come
and
here.
your office. There's two.
Correct.
There's 2 switches.
Right. I'm wondering if we surrender, would we have a chance to make it for them, or at least get out of this situation
Mm.
to have more space? But I feel like if we surrender, he's just going to shoot Lane right in front of us too.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't put it past him totally, but he's given, you know, he's given chances. I feel like if he wanted to blow her head off, it would have been after the first ultimatum.
Also, just to throw this out there, we have seen them forcibly take vampires, manacle them up, and throw them in vans. They don't need to ask if we'll surrender.
You've
True.
also, for that matter, worth mentioning that you've never actually seen them murder anybody. You've seen them maim people. You've seen the results of their damage, but it would appear from previous encounters that you've had that they prefer capture to kill.
It's almost like they want the vitae.
That was my guess. I don't know, guys.
So we have no idea where our other ghouls are or what's happened with them.
No.
We have this guy, we have our fucked up club, and we have our fucked up ghoul. And he's been making a lot of threats, but we've gotten away with a lot too.
I'm guessing this bounty on our heads is really expensive.
I'm very, very.
So,
Fine. Last chance.
what's the call?
No surrender.
I still thought I'm doing what I said. I'm grabbing Lane and jumping through the window. I'm
No
just
surrender.
Okay, so not gonna surrender. Vic's gonna try to take Lane. All right.
If I can, I'm behind
I mean, once
Vic. I
Vic
could
gets out of
ready
the
a
way.
shot. Yeah, if Vic dives, I can ready a shot.
I mean, you probably would have readied a shot already.
I know.
If
I'm
you
just
were
saying.
coming up
I'm
behind
saying
us.
it verbally
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that everybody.
Yeah, so it's in the gameplay.
Yes.
Come here, Squishums. I want to squish you.
Okay. So this is going to be
it's gonna be some crazy rolls.
I like
And like one right after the other, because it's like everybody's acting at the same time.
okay. So we're gonna start with Vic. So this is
Mhm.
actually going to be 2 separate roles. This is now you're going to have to do a roll to snatch, to be able to deftly snatch her out of the way, out of harm's way, while throwing yourself at the same time. So when you do this, you're not just so because of because of Michael being in your
Grappling.
way. So you're basically going to be forcing your way past Michael to grab Lane and then throw the 2 of you basically out into the free area. That's your first, so that's going to be one roll. The next roll will
count
then
as grappling.
will be to basically hold on to her and attempt to target your fall in such a way as to hit the ground you first.
Okay.
Needless to say, failing one basically precludes the other.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, for the first one, because this is more of an act of movement than strength here, it is your dex and athletics.
Okay.
Now you've already roused the blood once for your dex, so you're rolling 4 and 2, so you're rolling 5 and 1. However, I'm telling you right now, the margin for this to be successful is fairly high.
You hate us.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to reroll
okay.
3.
So you can reroll 3. So you can reroll 3 if you want to take the willpower damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Oh my god.
Really? Can I burn another willpower?
No.
Damn it.
So.
Lane's so dead. Lane so dead.
It's not just that. There's a lot of shit going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, does anybody else? So Michael, what are you going to do in this moment?
In this moment, Vic basically made a physical move and did nothing.
We're gonna get to what he did in a minute.
You don't know what I did yet.
No. What do I have under my tool belt again? I can't open my character sheet. My computer is on fire.
Why is it opening? Okay, I don't know why I was on the coterie. I would have said Dread Gaze, but you've already tried that trick.
I have donned Dread Gaze.
Dance.
What was the one in between Dread Gaze and what's in second level? What did I pick for the second level?
Daunt. Daunt and Dread Gaze.
Oh. Okay. And doesn't work on vampires?
Nope. Neither does Daunt.
I do nothing. I just stare at him. Staring him.
You can hear now downstairs the sound of heavy boots. People yelling, large commanding voices screaming at people.
Should have just gone with the guy and just seen where
I
it
put
led
my hands
us.
up.
What?
I said I put my hands up.
Okay, so we're gonna go over what Vic did. Vic, you shove past Michael. You go arms outstretched, almost like a receiver trying to catch a football. And because it's so tight and because it's such a weird set of actions, what you really end up doing is basically throwing yourself at the floor right in front of the dude.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Just start playing it off, dude.
So, Michael, you raise your hands.
Mutey, mute, mute, mute.
You're muted.
Mute,
Mute.
mute.
Yes.
Okay.
But since Vic has thrown himself on the floor unwittingly, does Idaho or Al have eyes on the schmuck?
They would have to move into the area. They would see you before they would see him. And if you're putting your hands up, then
I'm not understanding the layout of this DJ booth. If me and Vic can be next to each other and
no, he was behind you. He shoved you out of the way.
He's just that much bigger than you.
Kind of like in and then slightly turn to the right.
I wish we had all been to the same club. This would have been so much easier.
Me too. You could see where, thousands and thousands of people in Houston got all sorts of herpestiflates.
I was about to say, yeah, a lot of BD in the DJ booth.
So, you put your hands up. Alice, Idaho, you see this. What do you do?
I follow suit and I put the gun up, like, hey, it's up. I'm not aiming at you anymore. Gun up. Surrender.
So we can't see the guy yet, right?
No, but you can see Michael.
Right.
We've seen that Michael looks to be surrendering, so I'm following suit right away. I'm not fucking around.
I'm just gonna go in and see.
Okay, so you are so your hands are up. Your hands are up. Vic, you're on the floor like a giant flounder. Idaho, what are you doing?
I'm going in to see what's causing all the trouble.
Okay. When you get inside, you can see from your vantage point or directly behind Alice now that Vic has moved out, that the man in the trench coat has his gun to Lane and all of her damage.
Right. Okay. And is Bloodhound telling me anything about this guy?
He's not human.
Okay.
Are you asking specifically about the level of his beast?
Mm-hmm.
Since that is one of your abilities.
Well, yeah, but Bloodhound won't do that, will it?
No, but you have.
I'm going to do Sense the Beast now that I can see this mofo.
Okay, so Sense the Beast is. I think Sense the Beast actually doesn't require anything.
No, it doesn't. Automatic. Critical success. That's a crit automatically.
Sense the Beast. Nope, it's free. So if you wanted to actually do the full amount of the rolls, it would tell you their hunger level, their blood resonance, exactly what supernatural creature that they are. Not a whole lot of real useful information other than the level of his beast, which, no offense, I've already given that away.
But what does it do if I don't roll?
If you don't roll, you could basically tell, yeah, he has a beast.
Doesn't Sense the Beast also tell if someone means us harm or not? I thought it had that. to it.
Yes. On a win, a critical.
I have to roll for
Oh.
that.
A win allows the user to sense the level of hostility in a target, whether the person is prepared to do harm or even determined to cause it.
I don't know. I think that's kind of obvious.
Well, no. Knox mentioned that like while they've been threatening, they haven't actually done any.
Yeah, he wants us to
Haven't
surrender.
They've been making a lot of threats, but they have yet to actually follow.
You
through.
didn't hear the boots?
No. He called in
Right,
backup,
he
but he's
called-
not actually doing
right.
anything. And right now we're facing this guy.
So
Anyway,
if he can sense whether or not this guy is actually, like, has ill, like wants to do like.
I just don't think he would have
might
fucked
be-
up Lane if he didn't intend on fucking us up too.
Yeah, but I don't know
He-
if he would
he-
kill Lane.
he
Like,
held
what
a
if
gun
he's
to her
talking right
head.
now and we've wasted
But-
all this time?
Yeah,
What if
Hey,
we can, like,
it's.
just get the fuck
I
out
was
of
just
here?
bringing up a point.
really.
Yeah.
So what am I getting without rolling?
Whether or not he's got a beast, which he does.
Well, clearly, yeah, he does. Okay. So
So
what is
roll.
the roll?
So the roll is
I mean, nothing happens if I fail. I'm just sensing. I'm just.
correct.
Right.
It is resolve plus animalism versus composure and subterfuge.
Oh, so he can resist it.
Yes.
So he's going to be aware that I'm doing it.
No. It's just whether or not you gain the information or not.
Oh, okay.
Like, whether
Yeah.
you're strong enough to overcome his natural defenses.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay. So it's going to be, what did I say it was again? It's your
Animalism.
Animalism.
resolve. So you're rolling at two and 3. Actually, yes, because your animalism is 3 and your hunger is at 2. So yeah, it's a 3 and 2 roll.
Blinky.
Is that enough for anything?
I will.
Oh, he rolls. He has to roll to resist, right?
Composure versus subterfuge. Yeah.
Man, this has just been a horrible encounter for us.
Tonight was not our night.
Jesus.
We might be
I
dead.
want the fuck ever. Whatever.
Of all
I
the
give
We
up.
might,
encounters,
we might no longer be
Yeah,
undead.
it's like we failed everything we've gone up against.
I
Like
give up.
everything. We
I just
failed
wanted to try to get some
everything.
info. I actually wasn't going to try to attack him or anything, but we can't.
No,
even
I get it. No, but once I realized what was the role was about, I realized my questioning was completely off. So I do apologize for questioning. Like, to me, I felt like the logic was he already beat the shit out of one person, and obviously he had intent. So I didn't realize just how much information you were gonna get. And unfortunately, that's fucked. We've gotten fucked on every.
Yeah. This has sucked. All right, whatever. I give up.
Yeah.
So surrendering.
Uh huh.
The troops,
It's fucking
and there's no other way
so fucking bullshit.
to say that, come up with those manacles. As your arms slide into them, the pressure is actually weird. It's actually in and down, which makes moving your arms awkward at best and slightly painful at worst. Downstairs, you can hear them moving people around, but no gunshots. The man adjusts his glasses and pockets his pistol. He looks at you, Michael, and says, "Well, it's about time." The last thing that each of you see is the hood as it goes over your head.
Oh, I spit when he said, it's about time.
And with that, we end our session for the evening.
Not happy.
Mm.
Next week, you might be a little surprised at the company you're keeping.
We'll find out.
It's Clyde.
Fucking Andrea. That
It's-
was
it's-
been Andrea. And we let her in and I did it all. And I'm just fucking. Ah!
I knew it was that bitch. I didn't trust that bitch as far as I could throw her, let alone anybody else. My God.
A lot of things happened tonight. A lot of potentially unfortunate things were averted.
Oh yeah, like me ending up on the floor at the DJ booth. Yeah, totally averted.
Well, that wasn't averted.
I think pretty much everything any of us rolled for was averted.
Basically, yeah, we failed everything.
Yeah, this sucked. This whole thing sucked.
Yeah, this tonight. Wow. I made my rouse check, and that was it. After rouse
Everybody
check,
made their rouse checks.
I couldn't even get passive information. We deserve to
And
be.
I couldn't even shoot a kneecap.
Yeah, that sucked.
And I was so tiny and small behind that I couldn't do anything.
and I spent 3 willpower to re-roll. Got
Likewise. I spent all that willpower.
I honestly, I one did not expect. I did not expect this to go as long as it did, and 2, straight up, I thought you had it right out the gate, Michael. Like I was sitting there in my head, being like, "Shit, I need to completely
No.
redo."
No, because we all had crappy rolls and you had good rolls, Knox.
If I had actual
Look,
dice,
that's
I would do
easy.
it.
I'll just kneecap him and like put this and just stop it right quick. And I was like, what?
The dice were not with us tonight.
No.
I'm waiting for when they're with me.
This sucks so bad. Hiya.
Where's Idaho from Cyberpunk? He couldn't miss.
That is true. All right. So, next session, session 20.
Nice.
And so much is happening between now and then.
So,
Knox is gonna get a ring on it.
yep, I am indeed getting my ring on it.
Prince Albert?
And if if it's cool with you, I'll probably like video call Zack from
Absolutely.
like that way they can at least kind of Zack and Amber can kind of see what's going on. So
Absolutely.
I'll
Would
be
have to do it.
there.
Awesome. Well, I know that losses are a little frustrating to take, but you also got more than a few wins, I think, if you actually think about what
Plus,
happened.
I got fucked over the most here.
Hey, you didn't
Plus
lose your goal.
Ruby, and let's face it, Lane is not looking good, and they're taking me away, so I can't take care of her.
We lost the club.
We lost
Michael
every
lost the
team.
club.
We don't know if we lost the club yet.
Oh, please.
I mean, we're being taken away in shackles.
Yeah, at this point, it'd be a rescue to get back.
I mean, this is
Okay.
one way of finding out what the hell's inside the Navy Yard. But Jesus, having a plan would have been better.
It'd be
Completely
interesting
going in
to
at a
see if-
disadvantage.
It would be interesting to see if those shackles actually hold me.
That is something to test for next time.
When we're all alone in the paddy wagon, don't go trying to
Yeah,
show
no,
off and
not
shit.
right
Can you imagine they're marching us to the van and he's like, I wonder, ping.
Yeah.
They're like,
no way.
get him.
We better hope that they put him in the same paddy wagon and not give him his own ride because he's so huge.
All right.
Ah,
Womp womp.
it's okay. It's okay. You know
Right
how
into
you
the
open
hood
it. You
like
put the
that.
heavy in the front, and then you just put all the
Ugh.
light stuff behind it.
Oh my goodness.
So we went almost an hour over. So,
I know, but so worth it.
Oh, damn, it is. Oh, okay.
So next Monday.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I know it was a long haul, but it was so worth it. A lot of good shit happened tonight, and yeah. So next Monday we will see you then. If I don't decide to stream randomly before then, and of course next week I'm starting Life is Strange Before the Storm. So, yay! Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Also-
What?
Knox is getting married.
I know,
Friday.
we've said it like
No, I
20
know, but,
times.
you know, just in case. I know, but just in case, you know, you closing
He's over there.
announcement.
He's over there.
No, he's over here to me.
He's over here.
He's over here to me. Oh my goodness. All right, Knox is getting married Friday.
Vogue, okay.
Congratulations, Knox.
New
I
start
can't
for
be
me.
there, but I
New
sent
start
the
for
wife.
y'all next week.
I
I'm
know.
gonna send the wife. So Al will be there. Pixie
Yeah.
will be there. I'm
Rock
gonna have to stay here
on.
with the kiddo. But
Vaxie. But yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll
See you
see
next
you
week.
next time.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
XP's been a